Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well. I was exactly on time today, down to the second. So, what's good? What's good? What's good? Started the day off the right way. All things, what's happening, man? Says peace and blessings, Martin, in the chat. Smash the like button, please do. That'd be greatly appreciated. Terrell W in the building. What's happening? Jose Lopez. What's good? Valley. Thank you to the whole crew of people that say hello before the show starts. Fight game. What's good? What's good? Kentrell, what's going on, man? Jay Henderson, good morning. HMC3. All things. I think I've said that's what's up to you before. What's going on, Gabe Toss? Right on time. Threw everybody off. Say good morning to the chat, Mr. Fanon. Good morning to you. Tawan 777. What's going on? What's going on? It's weird numbers. We got weird numbers. Top of the AM. Yes, sir. Top of the AM to you. So, Windy City Assassin, what's going on, man? Salute Fanon in the chat. Salute to you. Hope you enjoying your morning. Hope you run into Southpaw so you guys can work that out. You and Southpaw are hilarious with that, man. Absolutely hilarious with that. Wait for you guys to come on in the building. David Sustain, good morning. What's happening with you? Adrian Molina, you're late. How are you this morning? Ogolohim, peace and blessings to you, sir. Peace and blessings. Soap Studios, salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Anson Thomas, top of the morning to you as well. Come on in the room. Said my gym is always open. That's what's up. Andy Gill, top of the morning, man. Tony Brown, what's happening, man? Peace and blessings to you, Tony Brown. Good to see you. And shout out to the chat family. Gervonta Davis. What's going on, Crows Chris? Grand risings to you. The Labnificent Media Group. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're just waiting for people to flow in there, man. We got 134 people. It's 3 minutes in. So, take a little bit of time for people to get in. Jan, what's going on? What is happening? H. Lewis, what's happening? I don't know about being the man, but hey, I'm happy to see you, sir. I am happy to see you. Man, we got fights coming up this weekend that I've been waiting for a long time, man. Cash Definition, what's up? David Tistain says, Shakur Stevenson got to stay off Twitter, OG. Hey, man. Yeah, Davis. Kenny Ellis said that's what he wants to see, Coach Chris. Sherman Hill, thank you, man. Appreciate the compliment. Yeah, he's on Twitter. But it is what it is. And he ain't getting off. That's the way the young folk do it. Gotta let the young folk do what the young folk do. Y'all tweet a lot. Y'all tweet a lot. A lot. You tweet a lot. Abdul Shahid Rauf Wahid. What's going on? Hey, man, how you pronounce that last name, man? Wahed or Wahid? Abdul Shahid Rauf Wahid. Yes, sir. Oh, it's fight week. It's time to go. Fanon, is that you or an AI? It's been a while since you've been on this early. Hey, man, I was on my money today. I made sure, man. I made sure I got here on time, man. This morning. Made sure I got on time. Cope's Conflict said, Fanon, I watched that full sparring video. Devin actually looked decent. Yeah, when he wasn't getting whooped. When Tank was tired and when he wasn't throwing punches. Every time Tank threw punches, looked like a whooping ensued to me. But, it is what it is. Cope Complex. Should have done that, should have done that to Ryan. Should have done that to Ryan. Can I say, Bob, when he should have weaved? Wahid. Okay. Make sure you tell that to Frequent Flyer that your name is not Wahed. I just saw it. I saw it pronounced, and I got argued up and down by Frequent Flyer that it's Wahed. It's Wahed, not Wahid. Even though, people with that name keep saying Wahid. With a little roll to the W, like Wahid, something like that. Something sounds similar to that. Andre Noble, what's up, man? 3 states below. What's good? Wahid. Okay, Wahid. Fanon, you watched the response to Shakur from Cam, and yeah, dog. Look, man, I think that is good publicity for. Yeah, I saw that, Dave Disdain. The response to Shakur from Cam and Mace. Yes, I did. They basically said that they make more money than him, and why you get mad at me? Everybody saw that your ass was boring. Yeah, I saw it. I heard the whole thing, man. I heard the whole thing. Yeah, he need to leave. Shakur need to leave those two dudes alone. Who's fighting this weekend? Jaron Ennis is. Jaron Ennis is. He's fighting David Avanesian. And then there's some other people on the card as well. I don't have the card right in front of me. I'll pick it up in a little bit. E. Ojelahim said Shakur getting all this publicity, but he already said F the fans. He's not going to do anything with it, in my opinion. Yeah, he is, man. Ennis Hunter Young said, oh no, Hunter Young, it's on regular DAZN. I don't think it's pay-per-view. Shit, please don't let this be pay-per-view. I think it's just regular DAZN. I hope this is not pay-per-view. I think this is just regular DAZN. Let me check it out. Let me see. The face of sleeping medication. Who is that? Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's not pay-per-view. It's just regular. Yeah, it's regular. It's not on pay-per-view. Yeah, hey, thanks. Yeah, thank you, Rod. Because I was like, man, please don't let this be on pay-per-view. Oh, well, I have to fight my streaming demons because I don't have DAZN and I ain't getting DAZN. Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do. I can't give you any advice as to what to do in that particular circumstance. Yeah, it's not the meaning I have a problem with, it's the pronunciation. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of y'all. Y'all doing too much of this stuff with Shakur. It's over the top. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, you see, you crack flame for high flame. You've cracked that joke about 50 times. So I'm all right with it now. You can slow down with all of that. You can slow down with all of that, man. David said never once called him Shakur Twitterson, but after Thursday, he might. I think I might every once in a while. Yeah, we can talk into it, man. I want to know what's gonna go on next, though. You know what's gonna go on next. I can't wait for Gervonta Davis to announce the fight with Lomachenko, if that's who he's gonna fight. Hopefully Shakur will get right back out there, man. Hopefully Shakur will just get right back into the action, you know? Hopefully he will. Shakur's hands not messed up. He can't punch since he went to 135. No, his hands might have been messed up. Boxers' hands get messed up all the time. But I don't want to know if y'all know a better fighter than him, man. But anyway, Gervonta's team wants to fight Floyd. I think they should make that fight. I'm changing the subject, man. Seriously, man. Y'all just hating on Shakur too much. Like you guys are like one constant stream of just inundating Shakur Stevenson. It's like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. Now, this back and forth that he has with Mace and those guys? I mean, yeah, you guys are on the Twitter a lot. You know? Yeah, and he's a little bit of, he seems a little bit of emotional, but hey, man. Devin more excited than Shakur? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No way is he more exciting than is Devin more exciting than Shakur? How you figure that? Because he got beat up? Is it because you saw him get beat up that you think that he's more entertaining? I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I don't see that. I can't even lie, bro. I can't lie. He could have got Artem out of there. His hand problems will be major problems for him. The better competition he faces. Yeah. But I thought that, yeah, we'll see, though. I just want him to get – it's just so wild that everything has changed so much from Gervonta fighting him to nobody wanted to see him fight. I just think it's such a major overreaction to just a boring fight. He's not the first fighter to ever have a boring fight, man. But I think you guys are just doing too much, to tell you the truth. I think I'm not going to say you guys are doing too much. I think there's just too much being made out of the fact that he didn't knock that guy out. He's not a knockout puncher. You know what I mean? Now, yeah, he should stop saying he's going to knock people out and just say, if it comes there, if it's there, I'll take it. If not, hey, I just got to do what I got to do, because, he's limited to, what he's able to do. And those guys are, and he announced that he was going for the knockout. He wasn't able to get Hartunian out. It's not like anybody else knocked that guy out. But we'll see. Yeah. Seriously, man, you keep saying that that's two boring fights. I didn't think that fight was boring. I didn't think it was that boring. It wasn't exciting, but I didn't think it was boring. It was just because I thought he was going to be able to get the knockout around the 8th round. So up until the 8th round, it was for sure good. It kind of was just, anticlimactic, because nothing really happened in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and the 12th. Yeah, I don't listen to all that stuff about what he said with his hands and all of that. And why are you telling me to please stop? I didn't say anything about his hand. Excuse, T. Orlando. He said he cried about everything except hands during the fight. What does that got to do with me? What's that got to do with me? Did he cry about his hands? Everybody, a whole bunch of people cry about his hands. He may have had hurt hands. It's not impossible. Still doesn't change the fact the man won the fight. I just think you're overdoing it. Really, I do. I think people are overdoing the criticism for that fight. He's just not as exciting as Tank. You know what I mean? Just not as exciting as Tank. I'm not making excuses. You're just over the top with it, T. Orlando. I mean, God dog, what you want to deport the kid or something? You want to deport him? What should we do? You want to suspend him? You want to put him out of boxing? Like what punishment should he have because he wasn't able to knock out Arturum? What punishment do you want for him? Man, man, please. He's every bit as exciting as Devin Haney, man. Get out of here. What are you talking about? He's not as exciting as Devin. Man, what a fucking low-ass bar. Number one, what a low bar. Number two, man, please. He already chucked for NBA. Man, I can't read you no more. How about he stops acting like Ryan Devin? Hey, man, you got to write the note to him. Robbie said he needs to be banned. God, dog, man. Y'all are just savage out here on this kid, man. Yeah, you guys are going in it's too much. I can't lie. I don't think it deserves all of this. It's so, but it's funny, I guess. What's going on, T-Man? How you feeling, man? Hell no. Shakur Stevenson didn't get his ass whooped on Mega Red. They act like he got his dog. You could have swore, dog. Man, my God, I'm feeling like the dude lost. Like, dog, listening to T. Orlando, do you think the man lost the fight? Like, God, dog, Devin got his ass whooped, and you compare, and Shakur won. Hold on, man. I had to remind myself that Shakur won. That's crazy. You know what I mean? God, dog, man. These ain't even fanboys. This is just massive criticism. Massive over the top criticism. What's going on, Frank? Fackler? Yeah, he definitely does talk a lot, man. All right, T. Orlando, you're overdoing it, bro. For real. He has something to prove to the fans. Look, Shakur is the most hated since Haney, without a doubt. You guys are just over the top with it. Like, I can't even, it's just like, man, it's just inundated, man. You're inundating me with this shit. Come on, man. I read the comments in the comment section, man. You're like 15, like there's 15 comments, 14 are basically Shakur Stevenson sucks and he's boring. Dog, I get it. Overselling a product just like Devin, man, look. Last week, y'all don't want to see the fight. What do you want to do to this kid? Is that why is this what happened? If Shakur ever fights Haney, there will be a most boring fight in history. I think it'd be a good fight. Man, y'all are wilding out here, man. Y'all are wilding in this comment section. No joke. Here's a link, man. Y'all can say this shit to me. I ain't gonna keep reading this. Y'all are killing me, man. You guys are way over fucking doing it, man. God dog, man. Y'all just heaving. You're just heaving venom at the kid, man. We ain't even talking about it, man. Cam did, man. Look, yeah. Oh my God, man. I can't participate. Like, is this what happens when a rapper attacks you? I'm not gonna pay attention to this comment section anymore. I have to tune you guys out. I have to tune you guys out, dog. I have to tune you guys out, dog. Mm-mm. You guys, it's corny. It's corny at this point. it's it's like God dog, man, just a never-ending flow of it. I still appreciate Shakur. I appreciate his skill. He's just not the KO artist Tank is, but few fighters are. Yeah. Hunter Young said Fanon Cam was talking all that shit, but he is on video running tape running when his boys were in a fight at Rutgers. They were scaling fences like Spider-Man. Hey man, you probably shouldn't be beefing with rappers, man, with bigger platforms than you. So that they can turn like every conversation is a joke about you. That's like, yeah, that's amazing. But no, he's not the most exciting fighter in the world. No doubt. Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. Big Coffee, how can I help you?
Good morning, Fanon. I'm gonna switch it up today, man. I ain't gonna just dive in here hating on the man Shakur. You feel me? Um, the way I think about him is like when you look at boxing's past, and as far as when it comes to boxers moving up in weight classes, as you know, champions in previous weight classes, they usually get their pick of the litter in the next weight class they go up. And my issue with Shakur started when he moved up to 135, and he instantly, like, you feel me, just assuming that he's better than everybody in the weight class that he's never fought it. And then these media people out here, it used to be cool back in the day, it was a cool topic piece because Gervonta just seemed so unbeatable. Everybody would be like, but Shakur, Shakur would give him problems, da 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 da. And I thought it was, I agreed at that point in time. But once it actually came to Shakur getting in this weight class and actually performing, it just seemed like he let his mouth talk before his hands. And then when it actually came time for the hands, he did more of the feet. So it didn't add up to me. That's where my issue started with Shakur. So I don't I don't think he's a terrible boxer. I think he's very talented. I think the man will do great things in his career. He just gotta shut up. That's it. He just gotta all he gotta do is Devin's career is unsavable, but Shakur can still salvage this piece of shit career he got going right now. This this 3 division championship bullshit don't work when you're under one. When you starting at 126, I feel like until you get to lightweight,
Did you
like,
say he has a shit career, but yet you are not trying to hate on him today? I thought you said you weren't trying to hate on him today.
man,
He has a
I'm being
shit
dramatic. I'm
career.
being dramatic, man. It's not a shit career. He has a great career. I just personally feel like, as far as when it comes to like popularity, nobody really cares about what goes on under 130. It's like under 130 is usually, unless you're like a Bam or somebody crazy knocking people out, nobody usually like is really is checking for these guys. So him coming in trying to like hang on these accomplishments he had at these lower weight classes, making it seem like he's just that guy. Like these are small bodied humans you're fighting. Like you can't compare your accomplishments at 126 to what you think you're gonna do at one. You starting to get up there as far as size. Them people gonna start absorbing your little pity pat punches. At some point, that it's not gonna work. And I think that's what he's starting to realize. And instead of him trying to bite down and just thug it out, he starts to run. He makes it seem like he's scared to get hit. And I don't know. I just want to see the man. I just want to see him do great things. 'Cause
What? You
I
want to
want to.
see him do what?
I want to see Shakur do great things.
You want to see him do great things.
I want to see him do great things.
You want that.
Me personally, my eyes would love to witness Shakur do great things, because I do think he's capable. He has an immense amount of potential, and he's very talented, but he just talks too much. And
all right. Well, thank you very much, Big Kafka. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that explanation.
yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't gotta come in here hating all the time, you know. So
You just hated the entire time. What do you mean?
You can switch
You
it
just
up
hated on him the entire time. How can you say you didn't come here to hate and you hated on the man the entire time?
I ain't hate on him the entire time for
Man, I can't join this bandwagon, this fuck Shakur Stevenson bandwagon, man. God dog, man. You act like this. You said this man has a miserable career.
Did you see Southpaw's new video he just dropped?
Man, no, I didn't see his new video. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hey man, Shakur, all I gotta say is go watch that and think about
what are you talking about? When you talk boxing, I mean, what are you doing? You gonna add what? I mean, what? Talk boxing, man. Talk boxing.
I'm not talking boxing.
Like, dude, yeah, talk boxing. Why are you telling me? Why are you asking me? Did I see Southpaw's video?
Because it's about literally what we're talking about.
That's fine, man. I got that. Why you ask? I got that. But dude, just tell me what you think, man, and don't tell me you're not hating on this kid because you're just way over the top with it, man. You said this man's career was trash.
It was I misspoke.
Dude, don't. Then you said you overdid it a little bit. You're being dramatic, dude. Stop being so dramatic, bro.
I said that I misspoke. Those are literally the words that I said, and I took it back. I didn't mean he had a shit career. I just think that those accomplishments in the lower weight division doesn't carry as much weight as he thinks they do. That's all I meant to say. To sum it up, it just came out as shit career, but that's not what I truly meant. You know what I'm saying? My vocabulary lacks in certain times, so it seems to come out as, you know, ignorance.
All right, man. I have a prone. I'm a prone to resist exaggeration. Just to be honest with you.
Hey, that's
so like if you think that his career
that's why I corrected
won't
myself.
Beat Gervonta.
That's why I corrected myself.
Anyway, that's cool. Thank you. I appreciate you, Big Kafka. Appreciate you very much, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Get back. Dude, like it's not the Shakur hate. It's like I don't know what to say to this. It's just like it's like a never-ending stream of just I get it, man. Like, God dog. What's going on, Marcus Priest?
No, what's up, bro?
I'm chilling, man. What's going on, man?
I'm just listening to all this Shakur piling on, and that's what I'm gonna call it. It's just people piling on. It's crazy. There's so many sheep in society. It's like this narrative has put out that, you know, Shakur is boring. They try to do the same thing with Money Mayweather. You know, they said he was boring and this, that, and the other, whatever. Like, I know mentally when you look at Tank and you see how he wins, and if you're not a version of that, then, you know, you're obviously lesser in a lot of people's mind. And then just say that, you know, but people are going to win different. You know, the object of boxing is hit and don't get hit, you know, and if you move, you know, and in some people's mind, they say you're moving too much. They call it running, you know. So if I've seen enough boxing in my lifetime that a ref has literally stopped the bout and pulled the fighter to the side and told him to like stop doing what you're doing, like, you know, like literally stop running. Like that's never happened to Shakur. You know, I mean, his last fight, I mean, he stood in the pocket, you know, and he just did his thing and he got a win. Like, you know, if you're a millionaire and I'm a millionaire, we make our money different. We still millionaires. You know, it doesn't make you less of a millionaire than I am because you make your money different. You know, so I just don't really understand it, you know, and I call it piling on because it seems like it's just catching so much of a wave that Shakur's boring, Shakur's boring, Shakur's boring. And then everybody just gets on here and pretty much say the same thing. Like, if you don't like Shakur, that's fine. You know, I'd rather you just say that, just like the last caller. Like, just say that. Like, I don't like the guy. He talks too much. His career is trash. I mean, that's just like, you know, that's his opinion. It seems personal, but that's his opinion. But at the same time, like if you know anything about boxing, if you watch boxing, like there's different boxing styles. Is his style as exciting as Tank? No, but I mean, how many knockout artists really are there out there in boxing? There's not many actively right now, that's consistent. Tank is one of them, and he happened to be in Tank's division. So if you're going to compare his performances to Tank's, unfortunately, there is no comparison, unless they fight, but, when and if they do fight, it doesn't guarantee that, it's going to look the way everybody think it's going to look. Styles make fights, and that's all I got.
Ooh, thank you, Marcus Priest. Thank you. I appreciate some actual conversation, man, about boxing. Some like legitimate conversation. That was nice. Thank you.
Yeah, all y'all sheep, stop being sheep, man.
God,
like,
oh man, I'm sitting here tripping like, God, dog, man, like the dude had a bad fight. I know what the most of it is, though. It's the fact that Cam and Mace said all that stuff about him, so they probably have extra amped up about it because of all that talking that they were doing over there on Twitter. Shakur is doing exactly what Ryan Garcia was doing on Twitter, which is talking entirely fucking too much. But, at the end of the day, though, man, I mean, shit, the dude is the dude can fight his ass off, man.
And that's what these young boxers do. These young boxers talk a lot. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, I don't personally like it, but I get it. It's a generational thing. I'm an older dude. I'm in my 50s. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but I get it. And at the same time, too, it's like mentally you're trying to keep up. Like Tank is at the top. They all know that. They want to be where Tank is. So when you got all these people talking down on you or whatever and comparing you to the top, it's like, you mentally trying to convince everybody like, hey, I'm just as good as he is, and like Mason Cam, I mean, I think that's corny what they did, to be honest, and I think they was just piling on too. I mean, them dudes don't really know much about boxing, and you can tell by their rhetoric, but these younger boxers, Devin Haney and Secure and all these guys. I mean, they're young and they're hypersensitive. I mean, everybody in that age group is hypersensitive. So I mean, I don't know. Just fight. If I was his granddad, of course he don't listen to his granddad enough. It's like, man, just fight. Devin Haney, just fight. Just win. Just keep fighting and win. Like you're not gonna convince anybody by talking.
Yes, sir. A couple guys behind you.
All right, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, man. Thank you, Mr. Priest.
Yeah.
Peace. Yes, sir. Lawrence Johnson, how can I help you?
Hey, salute for now. What's up, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you feeling, man?
So far, so good.
Yes, sir.
Not really feeling the hardcore critique of Shakur. Like looking at his history and how far he's came to get where he is, being an Olympian, 3 division champion. Like you got to give the guy his accolades. At the same time, to Marcus's point, people are throwing rocks at a skyscraper. Like you can't compare him to Tank. And I do feel as if a lot of this has to do with the promotional company, and a lot of fighters consistently complain about how the fighters like but Top Rank are trying to pivot to build their careers, and Top Rank kind of keeps them, in purgatory. It happened with Andy Ruiz, it happened with Floyd, it happened with Crawford, and as soon as these guys tend to just leave Top Rank, their careers tend to flourish in different ways. We had that whole setback with Teofimo in his mouth, and they just his fight was shit too. He had a shitty performance. He was lumped up. He looked terrible. But I don't hear people spinning that narrative like, yeah, he's a boring fucking. He looked terrible. Right or wrong. But what was your opinion on Teofimo's last fight's performance?
Teofimo, I thought Teofimo looked okay. I think there was another. If I think of the Bam Rodriguez fight was on at the same time. I think I watched Bam Rodriguez and Estrada instead of Teofimo Lopez that night. And I just saw like the general highlights. I thought he did what he usually does, which is fight to the level of his competition. You know, I think he's just yeah.
Do we call him boring when he does that? If we know he has more potential and he's constant, he was lumped off.
I called multiple fights of his. I thought was less than like I wasn't. Yeah, the fight with Jermaine Ortiz wasn't a particularly exciting fight, and neither was that one. It's happened to Teofimo Lopez before,
but not as hardcore as it is right now with like Shakur. And to your point, it could be because of the Twitter and the Mace thing. But you know, these guys, to Marcus's point, that's how they market themselves, right? They're not behind the camera anymore. They're behind their phones, and this is how they're expressing themselves. Whether or not it's, you know, immature or, you know, feminine, like that's their best way of getting out their opinions. No.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they got that. Yeah, I would agree with that. They're saying what they got to say, man, to let people know what they think. You know. Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, that's. Go ahead, bro.
No, you're good. All right, man. Let me get back with you, Lawrence. Thank you, sir. Peace. Mr. Pinnock, how can I help you?
Yo, what up, Fernand, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I was just browsing that. You know, I was late to the live. I just came in like 2-3 minutes ago, and I heard the last two guys. So I don't know what you said, but can I clap back against them last two? Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, you know, so it's like I think some of these dudes right now are like getting the whole thing twisted, right? Because I watched the fight just like everybody else. I watched the fight from start to finish, and I was bored. Like a lot of people said they were bored. I was bored too, right? And then I hear like Shakur's response is like backing up why people reacted the way they reacted. Like that's one point. His response shows you why like people reacted the way they reacted. My second point, to clap back against that dude about Cam and Mace, if you watch their first reaction, right, they were just giving their honest. It had no agenda. They were just being honest and blunt, right, about how they felt about what they saw. It rubbed Shakur the wrong way, and then Shakur came at them hardcore. It was Shakur that started the whole thing between them two. I mean, between him and them. It wasn't them coming. They didn't pile on. It was he came at them, and then they responded. That's when they piled on because he came at them a certain kind of way that they didn't like, right? So that's what happened with that. It wasn't them just trying to pile on. It's because of how Shakur came at them, right? And it's just to me my whole thing about why I found it boring is because Shakur, he was in the pocket, he was doing what he had to do, he was flipping punches, potting shots. But the thing that made it boring is that he was creating opportunities to where he could have took dude out of there, or at least made it look like he created opportunities where certain where the fans would like to see him like, okay, instead of doing a 1-2, do a 1-2-3, like do something that's gonna make the fans like, okay, wow, this dude's really destroying him, like he's destroying this dude. This dude's not on his level. Like make people feel like that when they're watching the fight. Like don't just do a little, okay, set up one shot, okay, sit back, 1-2, okay, like, and the dude can't do nothing with you. It's not the dude was on his level. The dude wasn't on his level. That's the whole thing. And then the way Shakur was talking is like, you telling everybody he's not on your level, so show everybody what you're talking about. That was my problem with what I saw. I don't know what you had to say about it, but that's what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how you would say that. I can see how people weren't satisfied with his performance. Absolutely, I can see that. All right, man. Well, thank you, Mr. Pinnock. Appreciate you.
Last thing, and I don't see like not your channel, but I go over to different channels, and other certain channels trying to really defend them strongly, like, okay, because we all black people, like, oh, we can't criticize our own fighters. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Not like your channel, but certain other channels. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could give our opinion on anybody. We could give our opinion on our own. It doesn't matter if it's a black fighter or not. We could just be straight up with what we saw. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to stand on that. But, all right.
All right, man. Thank you. Take care, man. Peace.
All right, bro.
Rodney Webster, how can I help you?
Top of the morning to you, brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you perfectly well.
All right, cool. Well, Shakur sees himself as a businessman, so the critique I got from him, or I'll give him, will be through that lens, right? So it's kind of like I'm a consumer, and you can't tell a consumer how to spend their money. And Shakur wants to take the next jump and be a pay-per-view star. So when you're in the line of business and you do a product rollout, you're going to do control focus groups, right? So of course people will watch Shakur fight, but that's not the question. The question is, will you pay for his fight? So I'm looking at it through that lens. If he wants to take that next step, and if you want me to pay for your fight, that's a different conversation, right? But you got to look at it through the lens historically. Before Sugar Ray Leonard, the smaller weight classes never got the shine or the big money. It was the heavyweights until Sugar Ray Leonard came and he started getting the bigger purses. So these fighters at the 130, 135, what Gervonta Davis is doing is an anomaly. Even Pretty Boy Floyd, those weight classes wasn't getting paid till he hit 147. See what I'm saying? So historically, you got that going against you. And with Shakur, if you want to be in pay-per-view, you got to look at history. Look at every single person that was a pay-per-view star before Floyd started hands getting brittle. He already had a history of dismantling people. So you do got to have a certain style, right? A certain attraction, because history shows that's what people pay for. So you can't get mad if people are saying they don't want to pay for that product. It's the market. What you think you're worth and what someone's willing to pay are two separate questions, right? So if Shakur wants to take that next step, that's the only critique I could give him is like, hey man, even Terrence Crawford was like, hey, I knew I was going to have to take Earl's best punch to get my punch off. Sooner or later, you're going to have to take the risk. Any person who went into business for themselves would tell you, at this level, there's no guarantees. And I just feel like even in Shakur's fight, even though he was in the pocket, he let one too many opportunities slip by because he didn't want to get touched. Well, then people are not going to pay for that. Continue to do what you're going to do, but don't expect the highs of the highs and the glory that comes with it if your performance is not going to match that output. So my critique to Shakur is not that he's a boring fighter. It's not that I don't want to see him fight. I'm thinking of, hey man, if you want to get to this next step, this is what is required. It's a prerequisite, and there's no in between, or no one's going to pay for that fight. It doesn't mean you're not a good fighter. It's just the cream of the crop. That is for a special level of fighters, and not every single fighter reach that. You have all the tools to get there, but you're not willing to take the risk. You're not willing to get hit to get yours off. Okay, you take a hit, it might be a 7, but you know when you land your punch, it's going to be a 10, and that's a game changer. Other than that, he could just cut off the ring a little bit better, and just take more risks, man. You got all the tools, and test your chin. I'm not saying go in there flat-footed and walk forward and take unnecessary punishment. No one's saying that. Don't do that. That's not even sound advice. But you're going to have to learn how to swim without getting wet, parry, roll with shots, take a little bit off, stand in the pocket, cut off the ring, and trade blows. And if you look at anybody under 147 or right around that 147, they all fight in that type of manner. And it doesn't have to be a full 12 rounds, but it has to at least be in spots. You see what I'm saying? Or what's your take on what I just said?
I mean, I'm not going to get into the technical aspect of it. I got about 5 people behind you, man. I got your general point. He's going to have to take more risks, and he's going to have to improve some things in order to be a more exciting fighter. Yeah, I got you 100% what you're saying.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate you. Thanks, Rodney. I got a bunch of dudes right behind you. All right, man. Get back.
Bye.
Damian Turner, how can I help you?
What's up, Nah?
Chilling, man. How are you?
Nah, I'm cool. I'm from North. Nah, you hear me?
Yeah, Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, Georgia King Village.
Okay, that's what's up. That's where Shakur is from. Well, at least Newark.
Yeah, check it out. It's not a excitement or a bored thing to me. It's a safety thing to me. I love Shakur. but I don't think he's ready for Tank. I don't think that he understand. I think he petrified of getting hit. Not scared. I think he petrified of getting hit. And when you petrified of getting hit in boxing, I think if he fought Tank right now, he won't get up. If Tank jump right on him from the get-go, Shakur won't get up off the stool. He'll stay in the corner and say his hands hurt or something hurt, so he won't come back in to experience that knockout. He don't want to get knocked out. And he petrified of it. Because he don't want to, it's a Bears thing with him. So that's why everybody keeps saying he let his hands go when he felt the way that the dude that he was fighting on Saturday, I seen dude hit him and Shakur smiled. You know, when a fighter hits you and you smile, that don't mean it didn't hurt. That means you felt that shit. Tank did the same thing when Ryan Garcia hit him. He smiled because he felt it. He said, but Tank admitted it. Like, yeah, he got some sting on that punch. And I think when Shakur felt dude's punch, he didn't want to he didn't want to let his hands go because he didn't want to keep getting hit because he felt dude had a little sting to it. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he ain't ready. He ain't ready for somebody that punch as hard as Tank. Because I feel like his punches ain't hard enough to keep Tank off of him. I'm a Shakur fan. But the last couple of fights, the last couple of fights, like I said before on your show, I think he need to go back down to 130 or 126, man. He not ready for this, man. He ain't ready for that type of power. Because he ain't kicking out that type of power in his chin, and he don't trust his own chin to take that type of power. And when you got a fighter that's getting in there and he's scared, like it ain't no let's keep it 100. It ain't no in between not being scared and being cautious. He's scared. Like he ain't cautious. He literally is scared to get hit. So when you scared to get hit, you don't need to be in there with no people that punch as hard as Tank. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get in there with Tank and he's going to embarrass you. And you ain't going to never be able to come back from that. You ain't going to never be able to, because what happened is you didn't talk so much. You didn't talk so much junk about how you would do Tank and how you would do him. And then Tank get in there and mess around and knock you out in the first and second round. Then you ain't coming back from that. You ain't nobody going to even pay no more attention to you no more. So I feel like you need to just calm down, do something to get a harder punch, because I feel like it's trainers that can teach you how to punch harder. You know how to sit down on your punch and all that type of stuff, but I'm just saying, though, I think it's a safety issue. And I feel like if you Shakur friend and you really his friend, then you need to tell him that. Because he gonna mess around there and get in there with Tank. And the way Tank feeling about him, Tank said he gonna jump. Tank said if he fights Shakur or Devin, he ain't gonna do like he do with other people. He said he gonna jump on them from day one because he been sparring them all his life. He know how hard they hit. So he ain't got to get in there and test or fill out how they hit like he do everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? He said he gonna jump on them from the jump. And that's gonna be an ugly scene for Shakur, man. And he from North. I don't want him to get embarrassed like that, man. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't want him to get embarrassed like that. Like he need to, he like for real, he petrified of getting hit, man. He literally like we was like I think was it you that showed the sparring of Shakur when he got hit hard and then he turned his back on the dude after the dude stung him. He turned.
I didn't show it, but I didn't show it, but I saw it.
He is petrified, Fanny. He petrified of getting hit hard, man. Petrified. Like it ain't no he cautious about it or he petrified of it. And when you that scared to get hit, then basically you really don't need to be in boxing. But at the end of the day, he got enough skills that if he go down to 130 and 126, that his power, he could show like he hurt people in 130 and 126. You know what I'm saying? That the way he punched, his power ain't translating up to 140, man. It's not gonna happen.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, Damien. Holler back at you, man. Thanks. You there? You hit the mute. All right. Joe A in the building. What's up, man?
Good morning, Fanon. How you doing this morning, bro?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. No, hold on a second, man. CG Cap. No, I can stand it. Who said I couldn't stand it? I can stand it. I'm listening to what y'all think, man. I need to. Somebody said, "What'd you say?" I know. Fanon, CG Cap said Fanon can't stand shit. He got that F look in his face, like, damn. I get no, dog. I'm all right, man. I did get it, but I get things very quickly all the time. Gotta let people have their right to express themselves, man. You may learn something, man. What up, Joe A?
Hey, man, I'm here, man. I'm here. We're breathing this morning. Still recovering from the jet lag. This Shakur Stevenson, I don't know, man. I find it very disingenuous, and it's just terrible. Some of the things I'm hearing about Shakur Stevenson is a joke. Now, I will say this: when I came in, I got in Saturday, and I did fall asleep just before the fight, but that's because I was jet lagged, right? Not because it was so bad. So I've gone back and I've watched the fight, and it was a complete shutout. It was a masterclass, right?
Masterclass.
Yeah, it was a masterclass, man. I think that people need to really evaluate who they're talking about. This is Shakur. He's a unified champ at 130. He didn't just do it the easy way like Haney did, just fight one guy. He beat people up on the way there, right? Yes, he may not be knocking people out, but he is an elite generational talent. And I don't say that loosely. Anyone that watches that guy fight, any educated person who watches that guy fight knows that he's more than ready for Tank. And I'm not talking about, he's going to knock Tank out. No, his skill set can be even poisonous to Tank's. He's so petrified, he ain't going to get hit, and he's going to touch him. What's Tank going to do? Okay, he's going to apply pressure. That's the test that everybody would want to see. That's what I would want to see. That's why I would buy that fight. Can Shakur deal with the pressure? And there's more than that, actually. Can he deal with the pressure? Can he deal with the power of Tank Davis? So, this talk about Shakur Stevenson being a bum, I heard a bum. That needs to stop, man. That's the stupid. A bum? That talk about Shakur Stevenson saying that he's got pillow fists, I can understand that. Like, what's his name? Devin Haney. I can understand that. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But put him in, no one can touch him right now. Nobody's been able to touch him. Put him in a hard fight. And the only way you're going to do that, put him in a litmus test with Tank. Put him in another fight with, who else is there up there at 130, 135? Fanon?
For who? For who?
For Shakur Stevenson. Who else can he possibly fight who you think that he can't beat? Or is very contentious? Maybe he has that
anybody. I think he has the ability to beat anybody at 135.
Anyone. It's crazy to me how I'm hearing. I love his boxing style. It is quote unquote boring. But if you want to see a knockout, watch Anthony Joshua or watch UFC. Everybody wanted to see Wilder beat Fury, right? Everybody wanted to see that. Everybody wanted to see Fury knock him out.
No, we didn't want to see Fury knock him out.
Vice versa, Wilder knock out Fury. And
yeah, thank you. You're right.
I didn't want to see Fury beat Wilder. However,
here you come with this shit.
Huh?
Now here you come with this shit with your Anthony Joshua.
I'm saying, bro.
Anthony Joshua. How about we say we didn't want to see Andy Ruiz knock out Anthony Joshua?
We didn't want to see. Okay, fine. Let's say that. say
Yeah,
we
thanks.
didn't want to see
Get over there.
we didn't want to see, you know, Anthony Joshua suffer a banana skin, which obviously that happened, right? But it happened. And that's the thing that we want to see with Tank and Shakur. We want to see what would happen. And it's a big what would happen. It's not a guaranteed knockout for Tank. It really isn't. Yes, he's a ferocious fighter, but if this is not a guaranteed win for Tank at all. And the last thing, if you don't mind, what I wanted to say is the UK heavyweight division, we have a championship now. We have the IBF championship.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Just
I gotta give a straight face, bro. I gotta give a straight face. It's terrible.
That is disgusting.
It is. No, you have to be honest. You have to call a spade a spade. It's stupid. I hate the way fighters who are elite fighters get stripped. One fight into being undisputed. Meanwhile, Canelo can fight these clowns, or Jamal Charlo can have a WBC for 25,000 years and nothing happened. It's ridiculous.
Hold on, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it's disgusting. I'm talking about it's disgusting how both guys already got both of them already got their asses beat up
by him. Yeah.
Gave up the belt.
Yeah.
Usyk already whooped Joshua and whooped both and Dubois, whooped both of them. And then
the silver lining on it, though,
you just want the belt. Neither one of you like you guys can have the belt. I whoop both of y'all asses.
The silver lining on it.
Usyk just did him dirty, isn't it? Isn't it?
He did. It didn't do him dirty, but he beat them. He beat them. He didn't do him dirty though, but he beat them. But the silver lining is Tyson Fury will never become undisputed. I don't think cheaters should get that chance. So I'm happy that he didn't get it.
A third Brit that Usyk whooped.
Yeah, but you know, those are the names. All of these Brits are in the names of the heavyweight division. Like these are the names of them.
All your heavyweights got whooped by the same dude.
Yeah, and most heavyweights would. Most heavyweights would.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying that all y'all got y'all ass whooped.
No, but for real though, for real, like seriously, all jokes
back. Then he just insulted you and threw a belt back in your face. Like, here, take this.
Did he though, or was he it was stripped from him, wasn't it?
He looked. You know what it is. He was like, "You can have my belt. I beat your ass. He already beat the asses."
You're trolling.
Like, here, you can have it. I don't.
You're trolling. You're trolling. I think it's just,
you can have all these belts. I done whooped all y'all asses. That's how little man did it. The little one too. Little dude. Just
Evander did the same thing, man. Like you can't put it down on these little men. These little men have got mad technique. But you know what though, Fanon, all jokes aside, just going back to the original topic.
I wasn't joking.
Come again?
I wasn't joking.
You weren't joking. You are joking. IBF are very strict with the way that they treat their talent.
Alexander Usyk really did whoop all them asses. Yeah, he did.
When you say whooped, do you mean like Tank Haney whooped in that video? That's a whooping, right? That's what I see a whooping. I see Spence Bud. That's a whooping.
He definitely he definitely whooped Daniel Dubois. He whooped his ass up, made him quit. Yes, he whooped up Tyson Fury. Yes, he did.
He's whooped up Tyson Fury. But he didn't whoop up AJ though.
Whooped his ass twice.
Tim, man,
he whooped his ass twice.
Like you know that's not the case, man.
He whooped his ass.
AJ, bro.
I don't know. Did he drop him? I don't know if he dropped him.
No, he never dropped him. Absolutely not. He ain't dropping AJ.
But he damn sure dropped Dubois, and he damn sure dropped Tyson Fury.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I actually think Dubois is going to beat Fury. I think
he did it to you twice. 2 times is a whooping though. He whooped you twice. He didn't just whoop you once. He whooped you twice. He whooped all the UK's ass. He just single-handedly whooped all your big-ass heavyweights.
He probably would have whooped the US contenders as well, but there isn't any. There's nobody there to beat.
Didn't he also whoop some other? He whooped a couple other one of y'all, too.
Derek Chisora.
He whooped somebody else. Yeah, he whooped Derek Chisora, too. Oh, he beat the shit out of Tony Bellew.
Oh, cruiserweight, and yeah, he did.
Yeah, he just absolutely rolled. No,
He
he just
beat
owns the UK, bro.
everybody. Like, why are you trying to use him like some? Listen, he beat up everyone, man. He beat up everyone. What are you talking about?
Beat up Wilder. He didn't beat up Wilder.
Yeah, we know why that is. Because he already got washed.
Because they set his ass up. But that's all right.
Oh, come on, man. Don't put the foil tin hat on now. Come on, let's not do that. Let's not put on the conspiracy theories. Hey, but real talk, man. Like, for real, just that Shakur Stevenson is fucking wild. Like, the stuff that people are talking about on him is stupid. Actually stupid. He's talent. Come, anybody, go and beat him. If he's easy to beat, go and beat him. See what happens. He ain't gonna beat him like that. And the same thing with Haney. As much as like, my worry is that Shakur Stevenson, he's going to end up putting his face on the line like Haney did and start getting punishment unnecessarily. Haney, there was a time Haney wasn't getting punishment. He was really, really, really good, like just as good as Shakur from what I was seeing. But now he's putting his face on the line because he wants to be money magnet. He wants to be a crowd pleaser, taking those blows. But Shakur shouldn't take those blows. He should go in there, do what he normally does, master it, beat Tank, give us a show. That's what I've got to say, bro.
All right, man. All right.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
What's up?
You just need to keep your ass a little bit further away from them Deontay Wilder comments, so we ain't got to come back around and remind you that Lithuanian whooped that Ukrainian whooped y'all asses like that.
No, you use those terms loosely. You only use whooping loosely. Like, so what happened to Spence then?
He whooped. He got whooped. That's an American. He got whooped by an American.
Category. It's not the same category.
He got whooped by an American. He got whooped by an American. He got whooped by Devin Haney. Got whooped by an American.
Okay. He got whooped by an American.
Did he? Dog. Ain't nobody just whoop all the Americans.
As a matter of fact,
ain't no
he got whooped by Mexican. Devin Haney got whooped by Mexican.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Has there been Americans that have whooped Canelo? Yes. American. Floyd Mayweather Jr. whooped Canelo. Let me see. Is there anybody else? Anybody else that's just whooped all the Americans? Not anybody that I know of. But I'm going to tell you who whooped all them British heavyweights.
It wasn't an American. It wasn't an American.
Did he know that? Did he
know that? It wasn't an American.
Did he get a chance to whoop? Did he ever get a chance to whoop Joe Joyce?
No, they had a fight. They lost in the amateurs.
He did whoop him. He whooped him in the
world. In the amateurs, bro?
No, that wasn't an amateur fight. They got paid. That was a professional fight. That was a World Series of Boxing. He got his ass. He whooped Joe Joyce's ass too. So that's Joe Joyce's ass.
It wasn't no professional fight.
Joe Joyce, Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, Danny Dubois, and Tyson Fury. Dog, he owns y'all, man. God dang, that's embarrassing.
You know who owns them all? Do you know who owns all of them, including Usyk? Sean Porter owns all of them. Sean Porter owns all of them because Sean Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs.
Who?
Sean Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs, so he owns everybody.
We talking about the pros.
And he's an American. Let's run that one as well. We might as well throw that one in there.
No, we talking about the pros.
Okay, so when did Usyk beat Joyce in the pros?
Whooping all the Americans.
When did Usyk beat Joyce in the pros?
Hey, we have two Americans already that who whoop Lomachenko. God dog. Y'all just getting mashed by that.
Lomachenko got cheated and robbed. You know it.
Hey, he lost.
Scratch that beard. Yeah, that's right. Dynamic.
Guess what? Guess who didn't get robbed? Usyk. Whooped y'all asses. Just all of you, like 6 of you, your whole crew.
You can't do that, man. You can't jump behind say USA, then jump behind a Ukrainian and hide behind the Ukrainian.
Whooped your whole country. He whooped all of y'all. He whooped all of y'all.
You know what, man? I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you, man. I'm out of there. Listen.
Hey, I just want to remind you every time you want to talk about Deontay, that Ukrainian boy whooped all y'all asses. All of you.
And Wilder,
solitary one of you.
And Wilder is pretty much done now.
Bro, look, ain't nobody done this. Klitschko's didn't even do us like that. Klitschko's didn't even do us like that.
What are you talking about? They beat the brakes off plenty of your
Hell
fighters.
no, we had multiple people knocking out. We had multiple people. We had people knock out both of them. We had fighters. We had Lamont. What's my man's name? Is Lamont? What's Lamont's last name? Lamont Brewer. What's his last name? Lamont knocked his ass out. He knocked that boy out. Lamont Peterson knocked his ass out. Somebody knocked
Lamont Peterson is at 160.
And then guess who else we knocked out? We knocked out Lennox Lewis, Oliver McCall,
and then he got
knocked his ass out.
Beaten out of him by the same Lennox Lewis.
Hey, Lamont Brewster,
talk about Lennox Lewis now. Leave that topic. Leave that topic alone. You're digging a hole. You're digging a hole there.
No, we ain't. We don't run like that. You had some good heavy. Your heavyweight was Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis got his ass knocked out by Oliver McCall and got his ass knocked out by Hasim Rahman. He didn't run. Hey, Americans
and he beat them. And he beat them as well. He came back and knocked them out.
Got our pound of flesh out his ass.
Oliver McCall was crying in the corner, crying. Oh, get me out of there.
And we got a couple people whooped his ass. Okay, so there you go. So he ain't dominate all. He got his ass whooped multiple occasions.
I should have came on Independence Day. That's when I should have jumped on.
Y'all ain't have nobody. We ain't have nobody. We have never had anybody run through all the Americans with no problem.
Come on, man.
No, with no problem. Just the way.
I tell you who did. I tell you who did with no problem. I tell you who did do it with no problem.
Who?
Nassim Hamed.
Man, we whooped
with no problem. With no problem.
Got whooped by a Mexican. The only reason
you jump behind another flag
is because a Mexican got to his ass
first. Man. You jumping behind the next flag now.
The only reason.
Jumping behind another flag.
The only reason that the Nassim Prince whatever his name is, that bum ass dude Hamed didn't get his ass knocked out by American because like in most circumstances, a Mexican got there to whoop y'all asses first.
See, look at you, jump behind another. You might be singing their national anthem while you're
talk about Mexico whooping y'all ass. We talking about the one man.
You might just start wearing the red, white, and green flag now. You might as well. Don't start jumping behind another man's flag. You jump behind Ukraine, you jump behind Mexico. But I'm saying, by what you just said, I meant whoop everybody.
Y'all asses. Now don't talk about America now. You don't get to getting cocky now. Only reason I'm talking about how they whooped your ass, you don't want to talk about the United States whooping y'all asses.
What whooped Hamed?
Oh, we be whooping the shit out of the UK.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. He smashed everybody. All your great Kevin Kelly. As well.
Anthony Joshua got knocked out by Andy Ruiz. He's
a Mexican. Don't hide behind. He said at the end of his fight, Viva Mexico. At the end of his fight. He said by the end of his fight, Viva Mexico. You never start singing the Star Spangled Banner.
We've been whooping y'all asses. The United States been whooping y'all asses since 1772. What are you talking about? We've been just whooping y'all asses we whoop y'all asses for a living. And we've been whooping y'all asses since y'all had an empire.
Been washing all you guys.
We've been whooping y'all asses since y'all had an empire.
Katie Taylor, no, you ain't. Get the hell out of here. See, you're taking it into history. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. We gave you America. Yeah, we gave it to you.
Hey,
we gave it to you.
Y'all ass for a mighty long time.
July 4th. Next year, July 4th, I'm gonna throw the hell out of you guys. But listen, man, it's all love, man. I appreciate you. Just a quick update, man. I got back from the UK, and I told you like my dad has cancer and stuff, and he has 6 months. We found out yesterday he has only 6 months left. So I'm swinging back around there in the next few weeks I'll be back. And yeah, man, it's just tough time for the family. But even when I was over there in the UK, I was listening to you guys. I got my brother onto listening to you guys as well, to you as well.
Yeah, you one of the best, dog. I like, hey man, sympathy, prayers to your family and everything, man, and be strong. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Look, at the end of the day, like we're all gonna go, and I've been preparing for this. So I think my grieving mourning situation is like an up and down situation. But at the end of the day, we are all literally going to go. And what is the legacy you're gonna leave behind? How did you make people feel? And that's what's gonna be left behind. And I don't have lots of deaths in my family, just my aunt and my dad that's coming. And we just got to be grateful for every moment that we have with our family and with our friends and whoever else that we're around, and being authentic at all times, man. Like, because life can be short. Life can be so short. All right, man. Bless up to you, Fanon.
Man, you know that I want to. You know that even in the most inappropriate times, I still want to crack a joke on your ass.
I'm here for it. I'm on here for it.
Swear, dog. When it's my time to go, I want to make sure I talk to you within like 2 days before I pass, so I can tell you that Anthony Joshua got his ass whooped by Andy Ruiz. Man, I want to do that. I want that shit to be in my 110th birthday, dog. For my 110th birthday, bro, I want that to be around the time I pass.
As long as I got your contact information or your YouTube channel, you're still doing it, you get that chance, man. By God's grace, you get that chance, man.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
Can you kick me off?
Huh?
I'm driving.
Yeah, I'll move you. Thank you, brother.
Peace.
Yes, sir. DH, man. What you talking about, DH? I gotta delete that comment, bro. That sounds a little funny. What's going on? What's going on, boxing coach Juan?
Fanon, what up? Thanks for having me again.
Yes, sir. Hey, real quick. Hey, Jay Henderson said the word of the day is petrified. Hey, yeah, he said that Shakur was petrified. He meant that shit. He said petrified like 15 times. And 10 Doug God said petrified. LOL, shake my head. Yeah, man. Y'all you know how y'all do. What's going on, man? How can I help you, man?
Not much, man. I'm just listening to everybody talk, and and as a fighter, because I used to be a fighter. Let me ask you a question: does training has everything to do with how you fight in the ring?
There's a lot to do with it.
A lot? Like
yeah.
80-20 or 20-80?
Training?
Yeah. Would you say 80-20 or 20-80%?
I would say 80% is training.
Yeah, right? So it's kind of hard to explain because when you know too much, it's like trying to explain and make it clear to someone like that.
Well, just keep talking. We figure it out. Trust people are smart.
So we see everything that man, let's just talk about what I know. I know that a lot of professionals, once they hit that elite level, they feel like they already know, and can't nobody tell them anything. And then their team as well, since they've been successful with what they've been doing already, can't nobody tell them that what they doing is wrong because they've been so successful. You know,
right.
You can be successful with the worst camp. I see it all the time. You can have the worst camp and still be successful, but you can have the best camp and still be unsuccessful. So a lot of times I don't really like talking about this stuff because in boxing anything can happen.
Yeah.
But everybody talking about Shakur should do this. Everybody talking about Shakur should do that. If you needed Shakur to do something to do better in this fight, what would you say it would be?
What I would think you need to do better. Maybe break him down with a jab a little bit more, score more in the jab, maybe open up, maybe bust his eye up or something and go to the body more, maybe wear him down, break him down more.
Let's throw that earlier. Right? Let's throw that. That's one.
Yeah, but just give me what you think, man. I don't want to take a quiz right now.
No, it's just because if you understand, then I could give you what I think. Right?
Just tell me what you're gonna tell me, man. I can understand. Trust me.
All right. So what I learned from the Soviets was that you have 4 phases in training. This is what they came up with. This is not a fact, right? This is just what they came up with in the 1980s. In phase 1, you focus mainly on getting fit, getting in shape, and mastering your skill execution. This is the main thing you do in phase 1. In phase 2, to prepare you for competition, you start doing more of the specifics. So you take your skill execution and come up with exercises to strengthen your skill execution. And then for competition, those skills and strategy that you took to make your skills and to strengthen your skill execution and technique, you create explosive drills with them. What I'm noticing over here, like with a lot of Americans, I'm American, is that when they get to like phase 2 or phase 3 by the competition, they still focusing on getting fit versus focusing on the specifics mainly. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand, man. That's what you said yesterday. You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
you got to focus on training for the fight. You got to be in shape. That's why you want to stay in shape before. I got the next guy right behind you, though, brother.
yeah, yeah. You got it,
Appreciate you,
bro.
man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
you got it. You got it. You got it.
All right, man. Peace. Fantasy Assassin, what's going on, man?
Oh, just taking it easy. Man, this guy Shakur, I'm almost starting to feel sorry for him, man. You know, he was out there on Twitter yesterday. I just realized though he living up to that name that he put. He said Twitterson, I'm him. Like he put that on the back of his shorts for that fight. He sure living up to that. Like he was out there saying he hurt both hands in his fight with Artemian, both of them. That's because he got those what was that plaster of Pampers on. That's why them shits be soft. That dude, man, and he complaining that it's Tank's fault that judges score his fights the way they do. Because Tank is so great that the judges be looking at him as a comparison, and whenever he not living up to or measuring up, they feel like they can't score his fights fairly because of that. Like, man, this dude out here, he sounds like he on some Ryan Garcia type nonsense with the conspiracy theories he coming up with. And I almost feel bad for his ass, but at the same time, self-inflicted. And uh, the last guy you had on, Coach Juan, yeah, I agree with what he's saying. And I think that's probably 90% of fighters because you see how many of them cut like 20 to 30 pounds in their training camps versus fighting at their natural weight. And I feel like the fighters who fight at their natural weight, they don't have to worry about having a weight loss camp. They can just go straight to training. And that's one of the advantages that, guys like Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, even Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, guys like that, that's advantages that they had. So they didn't have to worry about draining themselves. They just go into training camp, they focus on staying sharp, they focus on sharpening up all the tools, like not just staying sharp as far as your fight sense, but like, all the drills that you're doing. And so, since you don't have to worry about cutting that weight and everything, you don't have to worry about feeling dehydrated or drained or any of that. And that's one thing that I feel Tank has an advantage in as far as, his overall shape and just his ability. Shakur, he's big for 135. Like I know this is his third fight up there, but he be blowing up in between fights, kind of like the way Haney do and a lot of these other guys, and that's not something that's going to be good for him. Because we seen what that happened with Roy Jones going up to heavyweight and trying to come back down, and it just messed him up all types of ways. And I kind of feel like with Shakur and Devin, if they don't settle in and move up, they're going to end up going that same way, especially if they don't, get that discipline. I know, like Shakur more so than Devin, you could look at and say maybe he's still kind of developing because this was just his 22nd fight. And, 22nd fight, third division, he's a champion. That's, at the same time, that's a point where you should say, okay, you should be done developing and start, working on refinement. But at the same time, looking at the way that he fought, like, man, he still got a ways to go. Maybe he in the same boat where he don't really got his man strength yet neither. Maybe that's why he not getting them knockouts and stuff. But man, this is one of the things that I say when it comes to those new fighters, like not necessarily brand new, but like the guys who all of a sudden start making a name for themselves. Like we've seen it time and time again with so many that they get like one victory or they got some person they compare it to, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Hey, this the next greatest fighter since sliced bread," and they're not really paying attention to all the intricacies of their style. But man, going forward, I would like to see more fighters be honest about themselves whenever they hyping themselves up for fights. That's all I got for you, man. And I got something I'm gonna send you later today on IG. So keep an eye out for it.
All right, man, for sure, for sure. All right, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Damian Turner, how can I help you?
Yeah, I just want to come back and say something to the UK. The dude from the UK that was saying that Shakur. This is the thing what I'm talking about. I remember in the middle of the fight, Shakur went back to his corner and he said he about to stop dude, and he didn't do it. Either that's one or two things. Either he don't know what he's doing, or he don't know what he's doing. Because once you in the middle of a fight and you feeling the fight, and you go back to your corner and you tell your corner you about to stop the person, that means that you know something that makes you think that you about to do that. But he never did that. And this is what I'm talking about. He never did that. He had of course he had a nice performance against the dude, but he went to his corner. He told his corner, I'm about to stop him. He never did that. So that tells me, like, Fanning, what do that tell you? If I'm in the middle of a fight and you my trainer, I come to the corner and I say, I'm about to stop him. And I go back out there and I don't stop him. Tell me as a basketball, as a boxing fan, what is that telling you if I tell you in the middle of a fight I'm about to stop somebody and I don't do it?
That you got it wrong.
Okay, you got it wrong. So where's all this? Shakur got this IQ in. Where's all this? Shakur good at dodging punches, man. And it looked good. That's it.
All right.
That's
Appreciate
it.
you, Damon. Thank you,
All right.
man. All right. Get back. O1S. How can I help you?
What's good for now?
I'm well, man. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm just here to pile on to the Shakur Twitter slander.
Yeah, y'all killing them.
Look, no, for real though, like for how much mouth he got, it's like it's not adding up to when he get in the ring. And we've been saying that. And he just don't know how to take, criticism. Like people need to take the pacifier out his mouth, take his phone, and he need to go in that gym and put that work in. Because everybody that want to compare him saying this, that, and the third with Tank trying to match him up or whatever. But we see the interviews that he done, and they've been asking him questions about why he ain't cutting the ring off or why he ain't throwing enough punches. And he talking about why I guess I gotta work on that. So obviously we see Tank do that. So Shakur can't be that much better fighter than Tank that people try to make it seem to be because we see Tank go forward, fight backwards, and yeah, his punch output not that high as some people probably would want it to be, but the results of the fight is exactly what we looking for. He giving us our money's worth every time we watch him fight. So like we always satisfied, but when it comes to Shakur, he fighting for free on ESPN. Like he ain't nobody tripping off paying like you paying for a fight to see. I mean, paying to see him fight. Like man, like he need to just chill out, get off social media. He on there trying to, beef with everybody. You talking about cabin base with need a strap and smacking reporters. It's like you doing too much. You doing more outside the ring than you did in the ring. Like I don't understand it. Like he just ain't grow up with tough love or something like that. Like he been around too many women. Like because he going out sad. And ain't nobody great pay him that no money that he looking for that he think he worth. So ain't nobody hating on him. It's just the truth, and he gotta accept that and listen to his pops. But I'm out. Appreciate you for letting
All
me
right,
in.
man. Get back. Peace. Sam Granderson, what's up, man?
Man, what's going on, Fanon?
I'm chilling, brother. How are you, man? Good to see you as usual.
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm on a little early lunch break. I call it. We got some calls today, but I hear a whole lot of talk today, Fanon, about Mr. Marshmallow Fist. So, I respect Shakur Stevenson, but at the end of the day, man, he needs to stay far from Tank. Just keep his name out your mouth, because if you're struggling with a guy like that, and then you're saying he cracked after the fight, Fanon, post interview, he talking about, oh yeah, Artem, he can crack. You saying Artem can crack? I would not want to see what Tank do to him at all. And then this is just a little bit more, jokingly to Joe A. Joe A, I respect you a lot, man. But I got a couple of names that maybe you might be a little, as he said earlier, petrified from. So Seem Rockman, somebody over there was petrified from him, got his ass whooped. Ricky Hatton got his ass whooped by an American. AJ got his ass whooped by an American. So I just think, the American fighters, we just on a different level when it comes to us and these UK guys, at least in present tense. And yeah, Frank did say Artem could crack, but I just don't see Mr. Pillow Fist or Marshmallow Fist really coming anywhere close to that Fanon. And I wanted to get your opinion on that fight that fell through, because I was actually kind of excited for that Bud card, but they said, Tim Tszyu, his injury was too severe for him to take that fight against Virgil. So how do you think that that replacement guy's going to do? I don't even know who he is, but they said they had some fill-in guy to face Virgil, but I'm not sure if you knew about that.
I don't know. He's gonna get his ass knocked out, whoever he is.
Hey, but that's all I have for now. I'm excited to see the card. I think we got some good fights on there. But Boots is this weekend, right?
It is this weekend.
Okay, bet. Okay, I'm excited to see that. Then let's see what Boots do. All right,
Yes,
for now. Peace.
All
and
right, man.
blessings,
Get back.
brother.
Peace. All right, that was a good number of callers in a row. Thank you guys to everybody that supported the channel and the super chats and the cash apps. You are how we're able to continue to do it. So thank you very much. Why doesn't somebody stop Shakur then? Because they're not going to be able to get to him to stop him. Even though I wouldn't doubt that Gervonta Davis would be able to do it. I'll be able to do it. But, it is what it is, man. He got out there talking and has it's funny how, man, like it all winds up on at my front doorstep. Because I'm like, what is all of this extra? What's all this extra? It's Wednesday. The fight was on Saturday. Why? What's with this extra? Oh, it's the Cam and Mace. Cam and Mace got everybody all wired up and ready to lynch Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson standing on is backing it up though. But man, he and Ryan Garcia definitely are the kings of a lot of tweets. But Gervonta Davis has to fight him anyway. So I don't care what all this stuff. At the end of the day, he's got to fight him. That's why he did a good job winning that fight. He didn't lose the fight. But yeah, he may be pillow-fisted and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, 3D Alliance, Fanon can justify all he wants, but his body language, lack of engagement on conversation, basically shows that he doesn't like this topic. Any other topics, he would have more to say. Let me tell you something to you. I'm saying a lot. I've allowed people to put out their opinions, but I'm expressing my opinions every chance I get. My body language is that y'all say a lot of crazy shit. Lack of engagement on a conversation. I've been engaging. I mean, dude, I've been on here for an hour and a half. If somebody wants to express their opinions, you can come up here and express your opinion. I don't have to argue with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to discourage people from sharing their thoughts. Any other topic would have been he would have more to say. Not true. I'm letting you guys say what you want to say. Why don't you jump up here and say what you got to say instead of crying about the fact that I let people express themselves? Like if I was cutting people off, I'd be this. If I don't cut people off, I'm that. Anyway, you're not going to be around long. Joe A said KOs are not as predictable as people think. The ops changed his shape. Shakur is a generational talent with bad marketing and PR. Frank versus Shakur first. Oh, I love that fight, man. Thank you for the support, man. Boxing Hacker, how can I help you?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? Hope you can hear me well.
I can hear you well.
Awesome. I'm driving, by the way, so that's why I was wondering that. Hey, I've been hearing people hate on Shakur all day, and you know me. I'm always in Devin and Shakur opposition right here. So one thing I want to call out is, first off, when it comes to Shakur's style, if you remember Fight Night, Shaqy Foster and Constantine, Foster had almost the same exact style as Shakur did. But nobody was like, oh, Foster fought terrible or Foster's a boring fighter or nothing. I'll even go as far as saying that Shakur was able to land more and find his pocket more than Foster did. Foster was defensive first. Foster was on the move as well. But you don't hear that same oh, Foster is terrible. Oh my God, I was falling asleep. Everybody, nobody's saying that. In fact, people are saying the exact opposite. And I understand the whole concept of, but Shakur said that he was going to do this and that. Fighters say they're going to do this and that all the time. It's called promotions. No fighter's going to be just going to come in there and tell you their fight plan. They're going to be like, oh, I'm going to murder this guy. I'm going to do this to that. It happens all the time. A fighter will come in and say they're going to knock a fight out and get slapped the first round. That's how it works in boxing. So it's just weird that people are like, oh, but Shakur's been saying he's going to do this. He's going to murderalize these fighters and stuff. I mean, I personally don't get it, I think there's just I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory. I feel like there's a double standard now that the tank fight is on the horizon, I think that's where this double standard is really coming from, because there have been people that fight like Shakur.
Hold on, man. What double standard, dude? You're comparing apples and oranges. In one case, Foster, people are talking about Foster because Foster got robbed. Shakur didn't get robbed. If Shakur had lost, if Shakur had lost that fight, people would have been saying the same thing. They would have been like, "That's crazy. How in the world did who did Shakur did Avanish? What's his name? Hartunian. How did Hartunian get the win?" People are talking about that for a completely different reason. I haven't heard anybody talk about how exciting the fight it was or how boring the fight is. They were talking about the robbery. And if that decision would have went to Artunium and not Shakur, we'd be talking about the same thing. Highway fucking robbery. We wouldn't be talking about boredom. So I think that's an apples and orange. Hold on a second. I think that's an apples and oranges comparison. Let me get these super chats because they're rare. They're rare today. So KOs are not as predictable as people think. The opponent changes the shape. Shakur is a generational talent with bad marketing and PR. Frank and Shakur first, and then big time. Joe A with the 20 said, "Support a channel sponsor, please." Yes, sir. Let me put that up there and give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, man, because I can't forget my guy. Richard Paris. Richard Paris said, thank you so much for that support, bro. I can't give you the channel sponsor because the channel sponsor is Richard Paris at $30. Thank you, brother. Shakur Twitterson will lose to Tank at the presser before they even enter the ring. His skin is far too thin. Tank would have a field day getting in his head. What good would his skills be to him if he's mentally destroyed? That is a huge $30 holler, brother. Thank you, Joe A. But I will give you credit for 30 because you did support other before. Thank you, man. What's going on, Boxing Hacker?
Yeah, so I'm talking about for the people who do talk about how Foster fought. Everybody said he fought great. He fought cleanly. And they said that they liked his performance in this fight more than other fight. But then, like, I'm looking at it like Foster didn't fight that much different than Shakur fights. Foster was a puncher. He was boxing and fighting his spirits, moving as well. He was defensively first. And if we just compare both fights, regardless of the outcome, I would say Shakur was the one who stood still more and was able to get off more shots. So it just to me it just seems like that's why I mean it seems like a little bit of a double standard when it comes to Shakur. And Shakur style, and for the people who's like, oh, they don't like Shakur style has been the same since day one. Shakur style never changed from 126 to 135. It's been the exact same. So why is it now all of a sudden, oh, we don't like Shakur, we hate Shakur, he's the worst fighter on earth? Where's all this coming from? So I mean that's what I'm getting at. Also on the topic of the natural weight, most boxers don't fight at the natural weight. They're either fighting up and weight or down in weight. Floyd Mayweather was fighting up in weight, so he always moved up. Some fighters fight down weight. People don't fight at the walk around weight. That hardly ever happens. Because we are working out, so your weight's always fluctuating. So I understand that previous comment about that. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I felt like there was a little bit of double standard there. And even if we look at the fighters in history, Floyd had boring fights. He had fights where he would say that he's going to do this and that, and he do something completely different. It happens. I think we just got to be a little bit more fair, and regardless of what people think, taking Shakur got to fight.
Yeah, but your examples still are off. I still don't like that comparison of those two fights.
Why do you say that?
Because nobody's saying that Shakur Foster should be getting a fight with Gervonta Davis. People are talking about Shakur Stevenson and Shakur Stevenson being boring, and they don't want to see a Gervonta Davis fight. But you're comparing that to Shakur Foster, who got robbed. So he got robbed. That's why people are talking about that fight. People aren't talking about that fight because they want to see Shakur Foster fight Gervonta, or that Shakur Foster had promised to knock out Conceição, but he didn't knock him out, and I just think it's an apples and oranges type of situation.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but so here's the thing, though. You have to look. If you separate both arguments, right? You look at the first argument. They don't want to see the Tank fight because they think Shakur is boring. So why do they think Shakur is boring? It's based on his style. So then you look at the fight. Then you look at Shakur Foster's style. If the same person says Shakur Foster fought good, and then they say Shakur's style is boring, then the original premise should work both sides,
No,
so that's
because you're saying that one guy is boring and the other guy lost. That's the problem. The situation.
People also said that.
I gotta let you go, man. Seriously, man. If you're not going to listen,
people also commented that he fought great in the fight. There have been multiple people who said that. They loved his performance.
So what? People are not generally talking about that because of the fact that he got robbed. They're saying he got robbed, man. That's the conversation around Shakur Foster. It's not that he fought great and he should fight. It's just two different things. Shakur didn't lose. Shakur just didn't capitalize and get a knockout like people wanted him to get. So people are talking about his inability to knock somebody out. They're not really even talking about his inability to fight well. It's very clear that Shakur Stevenson can fight. The question is he the type of guy that can get a knockout? And if he's not, and he should be able to, some people say he should be able to knock out a guy like Hartoonian if he's the level of fighter that he says he is. But I just think that's a different situation than what was going on with Shakur. People are not being hypocrites because they're not saying one thing and one thing about Shakur and saying something else about Shakur. They're just literally two different things. They're two different things.
Okay, so I'll give you just an example. Let me use one person, Timothy Bradley, right? He was one of the announcers during the fight. He specifically talked about Shakur's fight. He didn't give a context of any other fight. He just said, Shakur looked great in this fight, right? Shakur's looking great. He's liking what he's seeing, Timothy Bradley came to Shakur, and then his his commentary was a little bit different, in the fact that it was more like, Shakur is boxing well, but he's being boring, However, like, if you look at both, and I'm only using Timothy Bradley because it'll be very like fallacious to try to use so many, generalize with people, right? If you look at his argument from both sides, the style that O'Shaquie Foster used was similar to Shakur. Therefore,
Bro, but
why
it's
is
the same, but it's still not the same thing. It's not the same thing because
it's not based on
O'Shaquie
context.
lost, bro. I gotta let you go, man. You keep
No, I'm not.
skipping over the fact that O'Shaquie Foster lost that fight.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm talking about this what during the fight. I'm not talking about afterward. I'm talking about during the fight.
Dude, so you're saying in one situation he thought that one guy was boring and he thought that there were two different fights. All right, brother. See you later, Boxing Hacker. Boss Hog, what's going on, man?
What's going on, OG? How you doing this morning, man?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I could tell you look a little tired this morning. Huh? I ain't see you really upbeat like you usually is.
Man, I'm listening to people say a lot of dumb shit. I'm perfectly fine, though.
I can dig it, man. I'm gonna come up here with a little more balanced perspective today, man. Shakur nice, man. I mean, he really is the truth. I think he's just bringing it on to himself with the new attitude that he got with his me versus the world type mentality. And that's a bad move to do. I mean, especially when you claim you want to be a pay-per-view superstar or whatnot. You need the people to rock with you. I said it again. I said it once. I'm gonna say it again. He trying to take that Devin Haney, Bill Haney type of route to where it's us over everybody, it's us against the world, even the fans. And that's gonna come back to bite him. So I think he need to either go with Floyd, or he need to go with Eddie Hearn and have somebody speak for him, because right now he doing a terrible job at marketing his brand. He nice. I think I heard somebody say it yesterday. I agree with it. He trying to be Floyd, but Floyd, it's only one Floyd. In boxing, you got to either have one of the three. That's either the fight style, the personality, or just the aura around you. And he don't got either of the three. So you can't have that type of style and not be likable by the fans and not, you know what I'm saying? He doing himself a disservice by how he going about it. I don't think he should change his style either. I think it's elite. I think it worked for him. I wouldn't change it if I was him. I mean, that he top notch. I wouldn't change it. I think Tank beat him either way, but I wouldn't change it. He just need to get with a good promoter who can speak for him, because right now he burying himself alive, man. What you think about it?
I think he'll be fine, man. At the end of the day, I think a lot of this will wear off, and he'll have another fight, and he'll get another knockout at some point in his career, and he'll put on a good performance, man. I don't think it's all doom and gloom. I think he'll sign with somebody. Somebody's going to sign him. He may or may not get the money that he wants, but he's still a WBC world champion, and that's why I wanted to, like the last caller, Boxing Hacker, remind him that unlike O'Shaquie Foster, Shakur Stevenson didn't lose his fight. So he won the fight. He may not have taken advantage of it and performed in a way where now people are, have this big outpouring of demand for Gervonta Davis. I do think that there is Gervonta Davis's fans a little bit are kicking Shakur in the chest a lot right now because of the fact that he said that because he talked about what he could do to Tank. So I think there are a lot of Tank fans that really don't like it. But at the same time, Tank still got to fight him. I mean, he's the WBC champion. Tank right now is the WBA world champion. If Tank beats Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson keeps that belt and nobody's able to beat him, eventually they're going to have to fight each other. So, I mean, I think a lot of the outside the ring stuff is cool and all of that. As far as the inside of the ring stuff, Shakur's not in a bad position. I mean, even like he may not think that he's in the position that he wants to be in, but he's not in a bad position. If he say, for example, he can still get the same offer that they made him before at $3 million a fight for 5 fights. I mean, that's a good amount. That's a good chunk of change. It's not a bad situation to be in. And if he's able to unify against Baranicek and he's able to, then get a fight with Tank, that's a big thing, man. I don't think he's in a bad position at all. I just think he's losing a war of words with people that have a word of war for a living. YouTube channels, that's what people do. Twitter,
Yep.
these people tweet full time. That's what they do. Cam and Mace have a podcast where they talk shit about people and about things, and so you're just feeding right into him. You're not going to be able to beat them at that. But as long as he's patient, and as long as he sticks to, being somebody that people can't beat, then he's got the base necessity of the things that he needs. He doesn't have what Gervonta has, which is spectacular fights and throngs of fans and all of that. But, I think he's doing perfectly fine. He's not in a situation like Ryan where he's like really loathed and suspended and all of that. So, that's my take on it.
Yeah. Last thing I'm gonna land with it, man. How good does it feel to not have to hear about Devin Haney no more? I mean, god damn, we couldn't shake him for the longest, man.
Man, I think I'd rather be talking about Devin Haney. Man, kidding me, man. God, dog. These dudes, he just built up a lot of hate for himself, man.
That's
Shakur.
what I think Shakur gonna do though if he don't chill.
That's what he did. I'm talking about Shakur. There's a lot of Gervonta Davis fans that really can't stand him, and he didn't perform up to par, so they're lighting off on him.
Yeah,
that's to be expected. And again, hey man, maybe you shouldn't talk so much. Maybe you should just be like, hey, I'm gonna outbox this dude and let it be that people judge you based off what you do. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But hey, let me let you go, man. I'm gonna get back.
All right, OG, I'll get back with you, man.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah. Richard Porter said, hey, only thing Shakur can't beat is the internet. Shakur can fight, man. I'm not going to pick him to beat. Leo Shane said, all this talk is good to build up a future fight. Yeah, it is. Richard Porter said, Shakur gets bashed. Either way is sad. Yeah, he's going to get bashed. Yeah, it's because he doesn't have he's taking a whooping from Gervonta fans. And it's to be expected. You talk a lot of shit. So he's not getting it any worse than Devin Haney got it, though. Devin Haney got it terribly. So, but no, man, I like talking about Devin Haney, man. I like talking about all these guys. I don't have a problem with it. No joke. I don't. I highly encourage he take a break from social media, though. It's not working. Yeah, it's not the best. That Haney dude need to be forgotten about? Nah, hell no. I don't cover it, man. Look, man, I'm not taking it overboard. I don't know. Maybe I should just be a yes man to y'all. Let me try to yes man for the rest of the day and just say 100 times exactly how much Shakur sucks. Shakur sucks. It's not what I see, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't see all this Shakur sucks attitude that y'all got. I don't get that. Stop lying. Shakur ain't getting no more media. Ain't getting no more knockouts. Who you talking to? Stop lying. Man, get the fuck out of my face, man. Yeah, Fresh 313. Yeah. See you later. Yeah. That's a lie. How's that a lie? I have to know it's not true for it to be a lie. Shakur versus Tank send the contract. Fanon see from all perspectives. Look, man, it's just what it is, man. I like Tank a lot. I do. I like Tank a lot. But the death of Devin Haney, you need a multipolar world. And so you had all Gervonta Davis's fans had to do was tear up on Devin. Devin been getting killed for a long time. Over here with Shakur started as soon as Cat started pubbing up Gervonta to have to fight Shakur. Then Shakur didn't show up, didn't perform. Tank fans are like, you're garbage. We ain't got to fight you. Because at the end of this, y'all don't want Tank to fight the dude. That's where y'all going with this. You don't want Tank to fight Shakur. And I'm not going to say I don't want Tank to fight Shakur. I want Tank to fight Shakur. I do. I want to see the fight. Let's get more fights, not less. That kid didn't lose. He just didn't impress, but he didn't lose. What happens if Jaron Ennis? What happens if Jaron Ennis goes the distance with David Avenetian? Beats the brakes off David Avenetian for 12 rounds. Then what? Oh, no, he can't fight Terrence Crawford. I don't want to see him fight Terrence Crawford because he didn't knock out David Avenetian. I can see it coming. Oh, he didn't knock out David Avenetian. Oh, he's garbage. Nah, man, that shit is contagious. That bullshit is contagious. And I reject it, bro. I don't think anybody's scared for Tank because there ain't no reason to be scared for Tank against Shakur Stevenson. He's probably going to beat Shakur. You know? But all I'm just saying is it doesn't matter, bro. You're going to do the same shit them cornball ass Haney fans do. Act shit on every fight and act like somebody doesn't deserve the fight because he didn't get a knockout. I mean, it's like slow the fuck down, man. You know what I mean? Slow down. Slow your fucking roll. Shakur did not lose that fight. That's that false little comparison that boxing hacker kept trying to shove down my throat. Pause. Like just try to keep feeding me. No, it's not the same thing. One guy got robbed. One guy lost the fight. The other guy won the fight. Shakur won. He kept his title. That's a successful title defense of the WBC title. I want to see Tank fight him. He's one of the people Tank has to fight. Lomachenko's got the IBF belt. Brenachik's got the WBO belt. And Shakur's got the WBC belt. Shakur still holds that belt, which means Gervonta has to fight him. He can fight on. He'll be on Saturday against Tank. Hopefully Tank will be able to get past Lomachenko. And then maybe, hopefully, Shakur fights Brenachik, and then we can get to it. And then we can see for sure whether or not he gets stopped by Tank or not, which he may get stopped. Who y'all want Tank to fight? Man, they're going to do, I'm telling you, Dean, they're about to do this dumb shit that all these other fan bases do, which is trash every fighter that wants to fight Tank. What do I care if I ain't got a dog out Garrett, who's the good chance? Chris Colbert, because Chris Colbert want to fight Tank. Trash Andy Cruz, because Andy Cruz wants to fight Tank. Trash Lomachenko, because Lomachenko want to fight Tank. No, man, that type of fannery, that doesn't work, man. That's not a good look. Haney still holds a belt too. No, he does not. He gave it up. He's a champion in recess. He has no belt. Haney does not. Haney is out. He does not have a belt. No. And let me tell you something. Y'all don't support the channel either. Just to let you know. I have a metric for what people do not do, what people do not support. Nobody really interested in this. In this hit job y'all got out there that you guys are adopting from the Haney clan. Fanon, belts don't matter. Remember, I never said that, frequent flyer. I never said belts don't matter. I don't know why you trying to dig Haney out his grave. God dog, man. End of the day, best needs to fight the best. Yeah. And Shakur is one of them. So can we get the fight? As long all this making fun of Shakur you're doing, I'm 100% behind. As long as we get the fight. As long as you're not going to sit up here and start telling me how you don't want to see the fight. And how you shouldn't fight. Just ask you to remember they don't. What? Belts don't matter? They don't think belts matter. I don't know whether they think that now. Shakur got the streets and boxing is confused. Hey, look. I don't like this Shakur conversation. I don't like the Shakur conversation. I really don't. Because it's a guy, first of all, Gervonta is really, really like that. He really is like that. He really is like that. But I'm not going to be acting like the guys that he should be fighting shouldn't be fighting them. Because the fact of the matter is Tank needs to fight Baranchyk. 2. Baranchyk, and he needs to fight Lomachenko. And Lomachenko needs to fight Shakur. And Baranchyk need to fight Shakur. All those guys need to fight each other. That's if they're the best. Those are guys that are the best guys in the division. That didn't change just because Shakur put y'all to sleep. You know, Shakur still be a dean by any means. Says Shakur still beats Devin. Yeah, oh yeah, I think he does. I'm telling you, don't lunch on Shakur, man. Don't lunch on this kid. But y'all go ahead and lunch on the kid. I'm not gonna lunch on the kid. And y'all ain't dragging me down that. Y'all ain't dragging me down that. That hell no. What's for lunch? Frequent flyer. Frequent flyers for lunch. I don't eat lunch, to tell you the truth. Tank fights all undefeated fighters. How about Shakur? Yeah, let's do it. I'm fine with it. But okay, that's all right. He looked bad. You know, he looked bad. I get you. He's funny. They're all funny. Shakur beating Haney's ass 7 days out of the week. Boxers just want to be at the party, but don't want to leave with the baddest chick. I'll leave with the chick I came with. I'm straight. I don't need to have the baddest. Just bad enough. Don't need the baddest. Just need bad enough. Did Shakur not say Tank did not? Don't take chance and fight easy fights, but scared to finish a hurt fighter. In order to be called the best, you have to beat the best. The rule doesn't change at the end of the day. Tank still got work to do, but I like how he's moving outside the ring a lot more than I used to. Yeah. But first of all, let's get this straight. Tank's the man. Let's get this right. Tank is the man. He's legitimately the man. He's the top guy at 135 pounds, period. I can't believe that Ring Magazine, who did him dirty like that? Ring Magazine did Shakur Stevenson dirty. Moved him to number 4. Moved him to number 4. How you gonna move that man to number 4? Behind Zepeda. Terrible. How can I help you, Tiger? What's going on, Tiger?
What's up, Fanon? I think the Shakur hate is getting ridiculous too. Like you said, just because you're a fan of Tank and someone wants to see him, you don't gotta bash him for it. Like they taking the men out of the sport and putting the PU. If you understand what I'm saying, like back in the day, fighters could call each other out and that'll be a build up and it was cool. Now you call out somebody's favorite fighter, they trash you. You know, like, and that's sad because Shakur's a 3-division champ and they talking about he's trash. I heard somebody say he need to quit boxing and start pumping gas. Stupid stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like, the stuff we get on here and just say, because we trend ride most of it, somebody, he's trash. You never watch him fight then. You don't even know nothing about boxing if he's trash. Like, the stuff people say, like, they just go off what they hear and see and they run with it. Like, that's a 50-50 fight. That's a good fight. And then they talking about he don't sell. He's not appeasing the people. Hector Garcia was appeasing the fight. Tank Davis on pay-per-view. Nobody even knew who that was. Rolly Romero was appeasing the fight. Nobody knew who Rolly was. Like, stop it, people. Like, Shakur and Tank will sell on pay-per-view any day of the week. Like, people is delusional. That's because at the end of the day, they don't want to see him fight when they should want to see him fight them. Like, it don't make sense. If you're a real Tank fan, you should want to see him fight the best at his division. Like, it's plain and simple. And to be calling these dudes cab drivers that's professionals is really crazy. Like, we sitting at home typing, calling a professional a cab driver. That blows my mind right there. I ain't never. Wow, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
it's
my take
wild,
on
man.
it. I mean, I agree with you. The Shakur bashing is crazy. Even the Haney bashing, like y'all don't want to see somebody call somebody out and that man go shut him up. I mean, tell Tank to shut Shakur up. Like it's that simple. We can't beat him on the internet. We got to see him fight in the ring. Like, but that's just my take on it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm 100% with you, man. All right, now.
All right.
Get back. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much it comes down to the fight, man. That's why I can't wait to see Devin fight Ryan. I'm looking forward to that rematch. They might as well start printing the tickets. And don't do any more faking and funk. No, any more faking. You know full well that man need to go ahead and fight, get that Ryan run back. And Gervonta need to fight Shakur. But I think Gervonta got to get past Vasily Lomachenko first. Like that ain't nothing you overlook right there against Vasily. That's nothing to even overlook. But you know, at least we don't have to hear the Gervonta Davis doesn't need to be fighting Lomachenko. He needs to be fighting Shakur stuff. Because that's where we were 2 weeks ago. That's what Dean keep talking about. That's what it is. It's you know what? I figured out what annoyed me, man. It's the huge switch. It's the monumental switch from Gervonta needs to fight Devin, then Devin got his ass whooped. Then he's going to fight Lomachenko, but he doesn't need to fight Lomachenko. He needs to fight Shakur. And then all of a sudden, Shakur has a subpar performance. Now it's that he shouldn't be fighting anybody. Like literally, now we're in a situation where he shouldn't be fighting anybody, and it's a funny ass place to be. You know what I mean? Because like nobody wants to see Tank fight Devin because Devin got his ass whooped. Nobody wants to see Tank fight Ryan because Ryan's out here tripping. Nobody wants to see Gervonta Davis fight Lomachenko because Lomachenko's old. And nobody wants to see Gervonta Davis fight Shakur because Shakur was boring. Like, who else is there? Who else is there if you guys keep shooting down every fighter that the Duke and dog? It's like that. Gervonta Davis fans are worse than Devin Haney fans were to Gervonta was shooting down his opponents. Don't shoot down all his opponents, man. Tunnel Vision said Devin isn't fighting Ryan and gas station attendants get nice tips in I'm sorry. Devin isn't fighting Ryan and gas station attendants get nice tips in Jersey. It's not a bad job if Shakur decides to do it too. Oh, it's terrible, bro. That's horrendous, bro. That's funny, but that's horrendous. That's terrible. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support, brother. That means a lot. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. The people who supported the channel today. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's true. I gotta time you out. Frequent flyer, you gotta click the link. Okay, you're typing at me too much. You can click the link. You're not blocked. You can click the link. You're not blocked. Morgan Baird said, y'all call his defense elite, but his ass Philly shell lean back and steps back, and he doesn't counterpunch. He'll counterpunch a little bit. He'll counterpunch a little bit. He was getting caught a little bit though. He's got to take that level of his game to the next level. The inside fighting, because he was getting caught, but he was opening up, trying to land some other shots. But even when he was opening up more and getting hit, he still wasn't really. He still kept his guard really, 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 really tight. Fanon, I heard after fight Walmart called Shakur and said his job's still available. Y'all, that's just not number one. That's not funny. Merch is dumb. Number two, that's cruel. Shakur will beat the shit out of Leo Santa Cruz. It'll be a fun fight to watch, though. I don't think the super chat's working, man. I don't know. He said his super chat working. Not today. Not a lot. Yeah, it's gone off a couple times. But, you know, I appreciate anybody that supports and tries out. Yep, nobody. Cash App's definitely broken. I want to see Tank fight Loma Zepeda, Tio Rayo, and if he beats Pitbull and Keyshawn. But dang, Rocco, why you leave out Shakur? You left out Shakur, man. Y'all left out Shakur. Nothing written in with Shakur wouldn't be getting hate if he kept his mouth. Yes, he would. Yeah, he would. Come on now. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. He's doing bogus shit, man. Yo, I don't know. I don't know what I can do with that. That's a lot. Nothing wrong. Hell no, nothing's wrong with Walmart. They're paying. Hey, dog. I'm not trying to get there though. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm trying to. I gotta keep the grind on. I don't want to work there. Jason Nickerson said, "I like to hear news of these reasons people has as to why Shakur doesn't deserve the Tank fight. Because he talked too much shit and he thinks that they're gonna get mopped and he can't win." Tunnel Visions, I see Shakur versus Davis happening 2025 with Crawford as his mentor. I hope Shakur understands Tank isn't making the concessions Spence is. Oh no. Free Flyer said, "Tell him Fanon somebody refresh the super chat." No, I'm okay. I won't be saying that. You can refresh this. Let me refresh this link for you though. Freaking Flyer. Let me refresh you your timeout. Let me refresh this. Put user on timeout button. Let me refresh that. Hey, did it work? Did it work? Trying to have me hanging out there looking crazy. Alan Sustin said Tank would have a perfect KO percentage on Shakur's resume. Maybe. Not if he got his hand hurt. Maybe. T. Wells said, "Just had to refresh the super chat." Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. T. Wells. Hey, Jose Lopez said, "Here's my contribution to my favorite channel. And Shakur beats Tank 12 rounds." Oh, yeah, you tripping. You tripping. Yeah, you tripping. Sean, Richard Porter, you know you. Yeah, I mean, Kyle Porter, you know you hating, man. You know you hating, dog. You know you hating. Tank fans are just overdoing it. X Cash Resimple. What's going on? Are you there?
All right,
Hello?
man. Can you hear me?
I
Can
can
you hear
hear
me?
you. Yes.
All right, man. What's up, man?
Good,
So
man. What's going on with you?
great, man. It's interesting to me, man. I just wish these guys would just call each other out versus them just shooting their shot at Tank. Like if Keyshawn, I know they're friends, but if they fought, if he and Shakur had fought, like one of them is going to even make their name even more to fight another guy like a Tank and even build their stock up that way. Or maybe if a Teofimo fought a Ryan or a Devin fought a shit the rematch, right? Or if somebody fights Teofimo, like they don't have to go strictly at Tank. I think that would make it even more interesting because we would see who truly is the top guy outside of Tank, and it would obviously have us talking even more about their stock, what value they bring to fighting Tank, how good they look. It would be awesome. What do you think about that?
I think they are fighting each other. Devin fought Ryan. Shakur fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought Devin. Gervonta fought Ryan. Gervonta fought Frank. Frank fought Hartunian, and Hartunian fought Shakur. I think they are all fighting each other.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
happy.
You make a good point. That's a
Huh?
fact. You make a good point. That's a fact. You make a good point. I would
Yeah.
like to see Frank Martin too fight Shakur. They were supposed to fight before Tank. I
Yeah,
would like
that
to
would
see
be a
what
good
that
fight
fight
for
looked
sure.
good. Yeah, that would be a sick fight. And shit, Frank Martin versus Devin too. I mean, two different divisions, but I think that also be a good fight too. Shit,
Yes, sir.
Pitbull, man. Pitbull's no games.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, I'll get back. Let me get back with you, Easy Cash. I got a couple dudes right behind you. Thank you, man. All right, peace. Go, Kobe, man. You got me looking at your shoes, man. What's
Man,
going on, go, Kobe?
all right. Hey, for no, I'm finna question. I got to question your Boston IQ now, cause you let me down today. Even if you think Shakur can beat Tank or Loma can beat Tank, you dead wrong. And we need to get you checked out for psychiatry. So something wrong with you. What do you
I
say?
think that what you want me, it's boxing, man. Somebody can win
No,
a fight.
but for
It can
no,
happen.
you speak facts. That's why I come to your show every day. I don't mind. I'm 3 hours I watch. I'm at work. But guess what? Today I gotta revoke you today. Cause you dead wrong. I rebuke you what you said by Tank, talking about Shakur got a chance. Or look, Loma got a chance. Anybody got ain't name one of them got a chance now. Come on now, Fanon. You an honest man now. You from Shot Town, baby. Don't do us like that now.
I'm telling you the truth. I got Loma. I got Gervonta Davis winning the fights. But man, it's
Not winning the
boxing.
fight. No, not winning the fight. Brutal knockouts. Brutally.
He may
Tank
get
is
the
the
brutal knockout. He may
Hey,
get the brutal knockout.
Barrios never got knocked out till he met Tank. Okay? Frank ain't never got knocked out till he met Tank. Pitbull got a chance because he had fought with one on. Ryan ain't never been stopped till he met Tank. Everybody ain't been stopped till they met Tank. Shakur, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be brutal and it's gonna be disrespectful. And we're gonna have to call somebody for Shakur because he don't need help after that fight.
All
And I
right,
believe
bro.
you got a little faith in him now, Fanon. You hurt my feelings today when you talking about good about Shakur.
Man, I'm not even talking, dude. I'm trying to get y'all up off Shakur's neck. God, dog.
No,
It's a little much.
it's, first of all, you tell Shakur stop disrespecting his granddaddy. That disrespect right talk to his granddaddy now.
You don't give a fuck. Y'all
Now,
Negroes don't give a fat rat about him talking to his granddaddy.
he
Come
dead
on, man.
wrong. All the granddaddy told him to step on the gas. That's what you were saying when you were watching the fight. Why he just step on the gas, Shakur? Everybody screaming at the TV. Hey, come on now.
Ooh, y'all on this man's neck, boy.
Man, Fanon, come on. You got to be honest. Come on. You the truth now. You the best boxing channel on YouTube now.
Man, I'm telling you the truth.
No, you.
I ain't told you nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Shakur
Shakur
Stevenson
is,
was not
to
exciting
be
in his
honest, I
last
think
fight,
Shakur
but God
overrated. I'm gonna
dog, you
say it
won
right
the
now on
fight.
your channel today on the 10th. Shakur Stevenson is overrated. He's overrated. He's
Okay.
gonna be the next. He's gonna be the next Adrian Bronner. Remember, I told you this today. He's gonna be the next Adrian Bronner.
I will remember you called him the next Adrian Broner. You there? You disappear? God, dog. This is T Orlando. It's like I've been talking to T Orlando all day. Now I said I got Shakur beating Tank. Hell no, I ain't got Shakur beating Tank. I got Tank. Malcolm Allen, don't try to drag me over there. Ozzy, he said, $3 million for a Thursday night fighter is crazy. Look, man, Shakur asking for too much money, but yeah, McDonald's is always hiring. I ain't gonna lie, dog. He does need it. I did think he need to take that $3 million a pop, though. For 5 fights, dude, that's 2 years. That's $15 million in 2 years. Man, I'd have had to sign on the dotted line, dog. These dudes about to get funny with that money. They getting funny with that money. Will Scott in the building says Shakur stops Tank like Tarver stopped Roy Jones. Willie Scott out here lying like a rug. Hey, man, much love. Thank you for that support, man. Here's that link, though. Real Mulatto. There you go, man. It's okay, man. Look, it's okay. I'm telling you, I'm going to give you the honest truth no matter how much pushback I get. It's and no matter how much pushback I get, I'm gonna give you the real, okay? And y'all are overdoing it. King of the overdoing it. Frequent Flyer, how can I help you?
What up, Fanon? How you?
I'm doing well.
I just think I think it's kind of crazy that when Devin Haney was trying to fight Tank, we had all this resistance, people talking about how much he weighed, the night of the fight and all of that stuff, and how much money he generated and all that. And you didn't want to see the fight. But now that it's Shakur, nobody's telling him he got to call out. Nobody's worried about how much he was weighing on the night of the fight, or none of that, or how much his pay-per-views generated. And you talking about you can't wait to the fight. You're all for it. No resistance. So you don't see the pattern here. See, the Tank fans, aka the Tanker Bells, any competition that Tank has, or anybody who calls out Tank and want to fight Tank, they always tear that fighter down, man. And they attack that.
Okay, stop.
Hold on, you said you wasn't going to stop me. I'm almost done. I'm about to land my drone. One more thing.
You got your first
one
part
more
out.
thing. One more thing. That's not it. This one more thing. Yeah. So and they always sabotage that fighter by telling that fighter that he needs a knockout. So basically, he has to do what Tank does in order to get the fight with Tank. Go ahead, I landed. I'm recharging my battery.
Okay, let's start with the fact that that's bullshit. That you did not hear people say that that they don't want a Tank versus Shakur fight, because that's all the whole chat has been. It's been thousands of people saying Shakur Stevenson doesn't deserve a fight with Tank.
What? The last guy who was up there, he was saying that he didn't want to see. He don't want to see him fight Haney no more. He don't want to fight.
Not
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I no, I don't want to hear that. Okay, number two, if these dudes are in the same weight class, if they're in the same weight, I never said I did that. No, Devin Haney doesn't need to fight Gervonta Davis. I never said that. Does he?
You didn't want to see it though.
No, what I said was that you dudes lie a lot, and I gave up like 50. I came up with like 15,000 different lies y'all told about subjects ranging from being a mandatory to being to activating your rematch clause, to he ain't never hurt me, to show the whole tape, to the to the Loma was. I mean, all these different subjects, man, on and on and on and on. Where y'all were just saying it wasn't true. So I don't hear. Most of my time talking about Devin Haney has been talking about pointing out shit that y'all say that ain't true. And I don't have to do that with Shakur. Because Shakur may say that he's going to knock somebody out and not knock him out. You may say, hey, man, the dude didn't listen to his granddaddy. And they can say, that his fight wasn't very exciting and Terrence Crawford was falling asleep and Andre Ward was. But I don't have to sit there and talk about 50,000 lies that the man told. So I never stood in the way of Devin Haney fighting Gervonta. I just exposed the lie that he was trying to do it.
I mean, you said all of that. You said all of that stuff, though. But you also said, "What about his numbers?" And what about that?
Let me tell you what this. You misunderstand the point of me allowing you to talk uninterrupted. The point of me allowing you to talk uninterrupted is that I'm not debating you. You can express your opinion. You can express your opinion, but once you start moving it and start talking about me, I don't have to listen to that.
Okay, so let me generalize it then.
No, you've already done it. It's too late. You've already done it. You've already.
So now you get to throw me in the back and stuff.
Now I get to treat you like I'm going to treat you. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to treat you just like I'd always treat you when you try to start some nonsense. Number one, plenty of people said that they didn't want to see the fight with Gervonta and Shakur. Plenty of them. I've been listening.
Shakur don't got to call out though.
Same argument. This is the same argument that people were making. That Devin fans were making for why people
don't got to call out though.
No, bro. This is the same argument that Same argument that Shakur that these people are making are the same ones that Devin Haney fans made about Shakur. He's cap. He's boring. He doesn't sell. He needs to take that 25%. No, those are the arguments that you were making about Shakur Stevenson for Devin Haney. Okay?
No, but pull out the composition book and let's write down, what does this.
I'm in the back because I already told you. You try to make this some my debate versus you versus me debate. You are the one that was saying this stuff about Shakur Stevenson. You, not anybody other people, but I'm speaking of you specifically. You are the one saying this shit about Devin Haney and how Shakur needed to take the money that he was offered and how he doesn't deserve the fight and how he ain't fought nobody at 135 pounds and he doesn't have the resume and all of that. You did all that. And all they're doing is the same thing that you were doing for Haney. I'm getting on them. I got on them for doing it with Gervonta and Shakur, just like I got on you for doing it with Shakur with Haney.
But Shakur, he don't had a fight like that though. He had a boring performance. That's what they saying. Remember, they said the same thing about Devin Haney.
Jeremy Mackey, how can I help you?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, doing good, man. I just want to come on here and let everybody know, man, Shakur is nice. I'm talking about the man can fight. That's number one. Regardless of what we think, regardless if we think it was boring or whatever, the boy can fight. But there's one thing I want to bring out that a lot of people are not talking about. Now, I think he can beat probably anybody at 135. But I don't think he needs to take that fight with Gervonta yet. And the reason why I say that is because even he admitted in the fight that there's some things he needs to work on. You can't be working on stuff ready to fight Gervonta. Do you agree with that?
Oh, you're going to have to work on something through your whole career.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about with the things, I'm talking about like basic things. You're talking about like cutting off the ring. You talking about and learning how to execute. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give Gervonta a second, third, fourth chance. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to let him up and let him get his energy, his wind back. You're going to get knocked out that way. You know what I'm saying?
I think, hey, man, you got to be ready sometime. He may never be ready. Let's get it pushing.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question on this. So what do you think about a fight with, what do you think about Abdullah Mason and Shakur?
Shakur will beat Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, I just think he need to take a couple of more fights. Maybe he need to fight a Zepeda, a Frank Martin, then take a Gervonta fight. Home in on the things that you got to home in on. You can't be going in there half duty fighting no Gervonta. You get knocked out that way. That's all I got to say, bro.
All right, man. Thank you, Mr. Mackey.
All right, no problem.
All right, man. Freedom Flyer, what do you want to now? What are you back to complaining about? Something you want to complain about?
Mason is only doing like 8-round fights, right? He ain't ready to fight Shakur Stevenson yet. I don't even know why he mentioned that. But Shakur shouldn't get the fight Tank yet. He shouldn't have that privilege yet. Who we think he Lomachenko or something? Only Lomachenko get the privilege like that.
Say that again.
He don't get the fight Tank. I think Zepeda is a bigger fight. It's a much bigger fight, than Tank versus Shakur. I think Tank versus Zepeda is a bigger fight. And even you said it, they got Shakur at number 4. It's Tank, then it's Loma, then it's Zepeda, and then it's Shakur, right? He don't got privilege like that, man. He need to call Al or something. He should be calling Al right now. He got to call Al.
You just don't have a serious bone in your body, do you? You just don't have serious. You don't have any serious conversations, huh?
That's how y'all treated the other guy who was in line. Now it's your guy. You don't like that, do you?
Who's my guy? Who's my guy?
You know who your guy is.
No, I don't. Who's my guy? Who's my guy?
Shakur Stevenson.
Man, Shakur Stevenson.
The only guy who you said you think can possibly beat Gervonta Tank Davis.
That's not true.
That's what you said. You said Shakur is the only guy who you think had a chance at 135.
What I said was that Shakur Stevenson has a chance to beat him. So does Lomachenko have a chance to beat him. It's a boxing match. That's what I said. I'm not taking either one of those guys to beat Gervonta. Definitely not Devin. Definitely not his head.
He in recess and he at 140.
Anyway, like I said, man, like I said, you can stop all of this nonsense you talk, all this nonsense that you're talking. Because
how is that nonsense?
It's nonsense, brother. Because number one, I don't have a problem with Devin who Gervonta Davis is fighting. I don't.
No, what's his pay-per-view numbers, man?
I don't care. I've never cared.
Oh, you only cared when it was Devin Haney.
I didn't care when it was Devin Haney's either. I'm just telling y'all you need to stop lying about Devin Haney.
Why you pull out the composition book and draw it up there?
If you lie about Shakur, I'll tell y'all that y'all lying about Shakur too. But y'all ain't lying about Shakur. It's the truth. This fight was fucking boring. It was boring. And he didn't knock the dude out. And yeah, so there are people that are like, nah, I don't know if I really want to see him because of his performance. That's the truth. Ain't nobody, but Shakur ain't sitting here talking about he's the face of boxing because people are hating on him. That's you all. He's getting hated on. Listen, I guess, I'm sorry. There you go. I guess Shakur Stevenson's the face of boxing now since everybody's talking about him.
No, I was saying that because that's what they're saying. I don't think that Shakur Stevenson's fight was boring. I like the sweet science. I think he did what he's supposed to do. He was who he's supposed to be.
Bro,
that's y'all. That's them, not y'all, but that's them trying to tell him he need a knockout because they trying to sabotage him and get him knocked out. They trying to get him off his game.
Now you're trying to
him chasing him. They trying to.
Now you're sitting here trying to subtly blame Devin getting his ass knocked out on boxing channels.
No, that was the Osterin flavor. Them Osterin flavored capsules.
Really?
That did that.
Then who exactly is the one?
That was that Osterin.
Who exactly got bluffed by boxing fans calling for them to get a knockout then?
Come on, we're not talking about Devin Haney. Don't bring Devin Haney in. He ain't even fighting.
Yeah, that's what I thought, dog. I gotta let you go, dog. We'll see you later. You're giving me a headache, homie. Can't lie. Your headache is right here. Because you violated what I was trying to do here. I'm trying to let people come on so that people can say what they really think themselves. And I'm not trying to argue with you one way or the other. But I see you Negroes subtly trying to violate the policy and trying to start asking me what I think. And now I'm up here having people asking me what I think so they can disagree with me. Bro, I'm not trying to debate anybody. If y'all want to debate, click the link when it's debate time. Don't click the debate. Don't click it when it ain't debate time. You know what I mean? Frequent. You don't even know how to do that. You don't really understand the sweet science. Involves, it does involve violence. Violence. We choose violence. No joke. This one Negro, the real mulatto. What up, real mulatto?
Can't hear him.
What's going on, real mulatto?
I can't hear you, bro. I just want to. Can you hear me, Fanon?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so I guess I'll just say what's up to you. Good to see you. Appreciate you having me on the platform. I wanted to just say, I watched the Shakur Stevenson fight, and that he's a great boxer. In my opinion, it was a great fight. I like watching the sweet science, so I'm not gonna say it was boring. I think if I could be able to give one critique, like one positive critique, I would just say that he could just throw one more punch after the combination, or just don't look for one shot and just throw one more right after, and he should be able to level it out and get a TKO.
Sounds good, man. All right, man.
Appreciate you, Fanon.
Yes, sir. Somebody was on next and they jumped off right as Real Mulatto jumped off. We got to put you in timeout, bro. Low D's, what's going on, man?
Man, what's up, Fanon? First off, I want to tell you personally that you done got me and probably thousands of other people through a lot of mornings. I gotta commend you, number one, on that.
Thanks, man.
For sure, brother. Two, Shakur Stevenson, it's not that nobody's hating on Shakur. Nobody hating on him. It's just that since last year, we've been seeing brutal fights and brutal knockouts. And like you just got through saying, we definitely choose violence. I think that just like Cersei from Game of Thrones, we want to see people get knocked out. We want to see good fights. And Shakur, he's just I think people want to see if he has a chin. He's so in and out. He's always moving with his feet. He's punching and trying to hit and not get hit. And we want to see Shakur get in that fight. And I don't know if we will. I personally want to see him and Devin. I think that's what should be next. I want to see Shakur and Devin. And they got to work their way up the tank. And I appreciate you for letting me come on. And man, you're phenomenal with what you do. And I'm just gonna keep watching. And peace and blessings to everybody.
Thank you, man. Hey, have a wonderful day, man. Get back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Reggie B, what's going on? Reggie B, you there? Here goes my dog barking again. Definitely got me through some mornings. Yeah, man, I'm glad that I can help you guys get through your mornings. Reggie B, how can I help you? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Why does Shakur need an excuse for a win? These haters are crazy. Well, we just got to get things under control a little bit. Don't worry about it. We'll get back to regular boxing talk soon. Yeah, I think the fury at him is a little much, but I can understand where people coming from because I guess you pay a lot of attention to what he says. Frequent flyer is not hilarious, man. Frequent flyer is a true pain in the brain. Juan can't be. What is this? Juan can't be scared to get hit in your head. Hit if you're a professional. I don't think he's afraid of getting hit. Shakur gets hit, but yeah, I don't think he might not take that good a shot. Really, I did see him get dug by some uppercuts where he was like, "Oh, this guy can hit a little bit." Yeah, because the dude's a welterweight. That's one thing I'll say about Artunian. Artunian is fighting at that weight class, but Artunian's a lot bigger. He's you look at the size of his head. What's up, So Deep? How you feeling, man? Shout out to the Parlor V's Wheaton, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Parlor V's Wheaton over there on mixcloud.com/POEW for the Parlor V's Wheaton for the best old school music, Dusty's house music, all that good stuff. Reggie B, how can I help you? All righty, you keep coming up, but I can't hear you every time you come up. LeVar, it's funny how Tank fans hating on Shakur. I understand why they do. Hating on Shakur, but let's not forget Pitbull really whipped Tank's ass and won that fight. LeVar, I got to put you on timeout. Yeah, what are you talking about, LeVar Akins? You out here, you trying to wake me up or something? What? Tank whooped that boy with one hand, man. This is the last time, Reggie. You got to figure it out, man. You're spinning. Hey, man, you just trying to wake me up? Trying to see if my black button, hey, man. What? Are you serious? Reggie B, you're still not connecting. If Tank didn't step on Archerum, what would y'all be saying about Tank? I mean, if he didn't stop Frank? Archerum, man, look, dude, Archerum, I think Archerum is really 140 pounder, 147 pounder. I ain't gonna lie, that boy's big. You put him on timeout because he said Pitbull beat Tank. I thought you said we was free to express our opinions. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. What do you mean? You have the right to express your opinions. You don't have a right to not express your opinions and troll me. You guys don't believe. You don't really believe that. You don't believe that Eastside Cruz won that fight. Reggie B. Reggie B. Gotta ban you, homie. Put a comment in the comment section and tell me who you are in the comment section. Because I think you're just trolling me at this point. So you can't click that link no more. Just so you know. Put a comment in the comment section so I can see who you are. And then I'll unblock you. But right now, I think you're playing games. It's too many times in a row. If Shakur knocked out Artem, okay. It's just a bum bullet. You said chat awkward as fuck today. It's just good. It's a lot of goofy shit. I can't lie. You know? It's a lot of kind of just people saying a lot of crazy things, man. It's a very casual. Oh, we got a lot of casual boxing fans in here, huh? We got an inundation of casual boxing fans. I think that's what it is. Or yeah, T Orlando. I got to put T Orlando on timeout for real. Like you can't T Orlando. You can't stir people up with this shit no more. For real, that's too much. That's too much. Like I'm okay with some criticism, like just criticism of fighters, but just overdoing it like this, it's too much. It's too much. You guys, you would swear that Shakur Stevenson got knocked out in the third round or something. The way that you guys are behaving. No, I mean it's a little too much, man. I got to tell you, I got to be honest for my own mental health. I thought it was a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Not a lot of substantive conversation about it. You're just calling them names. Like you guys listened, like, dude, I can't do that. This is not the type of channel this is. I can't do that. I'm not enabled to do brain dead shit where I just insult somebody over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? You have to be special to be able to do that. Like if it's Devin Haney, I will make fun of freaking Flyer every day. And Dillian White. Yeah, Slugger said I'm teams. Yeah, you're out of here, bro. You're out of there for that. You're out of there just for saying you're his number one fan. Okay. Thank you, Slugger 214. So you know that really we can't do that, dog. And I don't need the fanboys. First of all, sorry, give me 1 second, Victor. Number one, fanboys don't do anything but waste your fucking time. Okay? You're just wasting time. You're just wasting my time, and I almost don't want to let you on to listen to you flap your lips. Okay? What's going on, Victor? Oh my God, how can I help you?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. So, first of all, I just want to say I like the panel you got. You let everybody speak their opinion, and you don't push back on them too much. So, what I want to say is that Shakur will never be undisputed at 135, something Devin already did, and that sucks because he had the opportunity to do it. Devin was giving him the chance to do it, and he priced himself out.
You think I'm listening to that bullshit? If you think I'm about to listen to that bull.
What do you mean bullshit? I'm speaking facts.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
He's not even gonna be able to unify because the only fight he could probably do is the other Ukrainian guy. I don't know his name, the one that beat Navarrete. And I think Zepeda is more likely to get that fight. So he'll fight Tank, and Tank will knock him out. And I remember y'all were talking trash about Devin because he been fighting people that Tank already beat. Now Now Tank is about to fight a Devin leftover pretty much, Lomachenko.
You mean the guy that whooped Devin? You mean
But
the first guy to whoop Devin?
what I
Lomachenko?
mean whoop Devin. Devin won.
Lomachenko, yeah, Lomachenko got it. Lomachenko whooped
Who
that
got
boy's
his
ass.
hand up?
Lomachenko whooped that boy's ass.
Nah, Devin beat him clearly.
And
Everybody
he
who
whooped
know
that boy's ass.
boxing
He whooped that
say
boy's
Devin
ass,
won.
please. He whooped that ass, boy. He whooped that boy's
So
ass.
Tank, y'all are giving Tank a pass for fighting Devin leftover now.
He's the IBF champion.
I mean, he was a top contender when Devin fought him.
Yeah, he wasn't a champion. He's a champion now.
He's still a leftover.
He's not. Well, is he Teofimo Lopez's leftover? Devin fought leftovers when he fought
Maybe
Lomachenko. He fought Lomachenko when he fought Lomachenko. He's
Camboso
fighting
was
leftovers.
Devin leftover.
Who?
Camboso and Loma fought him.
Dude,
Loma got
Lomachenko.
more credit
Dude,
for
Lomachenko. Dude, Devin is leftovers now.
yeah. Loma got more credit for beating Cambosos.
Yeah, because he did beat Kambosos. He got robbed against Lomachenko. He got robbed against Devin.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
It was a fair scorecard.
No, unfair.
Everybody who know boxing said Devin outboxed him, went to the body, broke him down, sent him to the hospital, and you're saying he didn't beat him.
No, he didn't beat him. He got his ass whooped, actually. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Yeah. Right on spot.
I'm speaking facts. All right, that's all I had.
All right, man. Speaking facts, get back. Oh, man. Thank God. Yeah, I prefer to. Devin wants Mario. Man, maybe I should. Man, y'all stole Shakur from me. Had to laugh at that one for now. Yeah, you know. he was coming with it, wasn't he? He was coming with it, man. Over 80% of people polled said Lomachenko won that fight, man. Look, I know that technically speaking, Devin won that fight. In actuality, Devin won the fight. He got the decision. But Devin got his ass whooped. Devin got to find ways not to have losses when he's very good at getting his ass whooped and not losing. He's a master at that shit. Getting your ass whooped. Still not losing. Man. Oh my God. It's so much better than talking about Ryan Garcia, though. This is so much better than talking about Ryan Garcia. Have to tell you. Stop. That's cold. Stop hating. Who am I hating on, Mac Majestic? Who am I hating on? I am hating on Devin then. You're right. I am hating on Devin. You're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Because I don't like Devin Haney fans. I like Tank fans. Tank fans, I understand Tank fans. I understand it. Because, you know, Shakur was out there talking crazy. I know what Shakur was doing. Shakur was talking crazy. And then Shakur didn't shine. And now y'all want to just dump on the man. Just the simple overflow of the size of the fan base of Gervonta Davis is smothering Shakur Stevenson right now. So much so that you're going to drown the fight out. You're going to drown the fight out. And it's a good fight that should be made. Devin couldn't stop George in 24 rounds. It took Loma less than 12. Yeah, that's true. Devin pulled out the reverse Uno card on that ass whipping. Yeah, he did. But that's man, that's on Ryan. That's really is on Ryan. Haney and Limo was trash on what is that? They put Shakur in the oven for 450 and walked out of the house. What do you mean, DJ Bonds? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. They put Shakur in the oven for 450 and he walked out the house. I don't get that, DJ Bonds. I'm having a hard time catching that joke. Tank fans are acting like Haney fans, Will Garcia. They don't want the Shakur fight because it's a chance they could lose. I don't think that's the case, LeVar. But LeVar, were you serious about Tank losing to Isaac Cruz? Are you serious about that? Because, man, I think I heard that for a second after the fight was over. And then I didn't hear it again for like 2 years. I hope not. I didn't get the joke. Oh, Fanon, it means he's getting baked. Oh yeah, he's getting baked. It's horrific, man. It's horrific out there. It's tough out there on him, man. No joke. It's tough. It's tough on him. The way y'all treating him. Shakur blamed his pops. His ops said it was Artem's fault that he didn't stop. Oh yeah, it's a lot of stuff he said. It's a lot of stuff he said. I promise. I really thought Pitbull won that fight for now. For real? Really? I don't see how you could see that. Maybe I'll watch it again today. Maybe I'll give you the bit. Maybe I'll do it and check it out today. You know? Maybe I will. I don't think so, but maybe I will. Yeah, he really believes that? I have no clue how you could believe that. I have no idea how you can believe that. I'd definitely tell you Gervonta beat him. What rounds? You can't possibly be asking somebody, Peril Infinity. You gonna ask somebody what rounds? Like, I can't remember the fight. I gave most of the rounds to, I know I gave most of them to Gervonta, but I haven't seen the fight in years, so I couldn't tell you. Now, if he can tell you, he's a better man than me, being able to pull that off, that rabbit out of his hat right away. That was my favorite performance from Tank. Pitbull is a dog. I've watched it at least 5 times. Yeah, I don't think I've rewatched it. I think I will rewatch it. I may rewatch it during my workout today. I think I'll do that. Oh, you're asking him. Okay, yeah, I could, no joke, I couldn't tell you. On cam, it looks like he lost to some people, but official scorecards tell it all. Yeah, I don't even get how I saw it on television. I don't see how anybody thought he won. Thought Gervonta lost that fight. Gervonta was making, pretty much most of the shots that Isaac Cruz landed was to the back. Fanon, that's why Coach Calvin wants that rematch. Yeah, they'll make good money in that rematch too. He said, I have it 8-4 Tank. If you want to give 8-4, I think that's possible. If I recall correctly. There were some rounds that Isaac won. Excuse me. Yeah, there were definitely some rounds that Isaac won. That ain't no joke. You know? But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here a little early today, unless Frequent Flyer wants to get up here and talk. For now, no need to watch it again. Tank beat that man with one hand. Yeah, he did. I do appreciate you being a good sport, though, Frequent Flyer. I really do. I appreciate you being a good sport. I appreciate my guy. Where you at, Franz Kafka? Franz Kafka. Ooh. Franz Kafka is the number one Shakur Stevenson hater. Like, my God, man. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? We can't find nothing positive to say. I can find some things positive to say about Devin. For sure. I can find a lot of positive things to say about Devin. Shakur deserves a fight versus Tank being the WBO champion. That's where it comes down to. Thank you, Ramisu. Thank you. Because that's all I'm saying. That's my whole point right there. That's my whole point right there. Shakur deserves a fight with Tank being the WBO champion. That's all that matters. What about Boxing Hacker? Boxing Hacker is, wow. Boxing Hacker be them arguments, man. Like, all out of order. All out of order. Say the positive things about Devin. He's got very good footwork. He's a highly skilled fighter. He's a very, very tough fighter to beat. He's very accomplished. He's definitely was the undisputed lightweight champion. He put on some very good performances against very good opponents by pulling out a win against Lomachenko and pulling out a win and beating Regis Prograis. I mean, I got a lot of good things I can say about Devin Haney. A lot of good things. He does show a willingness to fight people. You know, seems to be loyal to his father and loyal to his fans. There's a lot of things that I can say that are good about yeah, bro, you're gone. No, I'm just gonna tell you, some of y'all gonna get clipped a lot sooner than you think you're gonna get clipped. Shakur lost the WBO on the scales. No, he didn't. He's the WBC champion because he's the WBC champion. Yeah, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Too much glazing, dog. So maybe somebody can block him if I shouldn't have blocked him. Shakur 15%. Tank gets a rematch clause. 15% of Tank's pay-per-view is a great kickback for any fighter. No, I don't think he actually think 70-30 sounds like a good deal to me. 60-40, 70-30. I think Devin probably would have got 60-40. I don't think 60-40 is bad for that fight. He brings something to the table. You know? Yeah, you got clipped. You didn't think you were going to get clipped, huh? Yeah, had to do it. Can somebody unclip him though? Tank schooled Pitbull. No way Cruz won that fight. Dude's gonna be watching no doubt. Yeah, 60-40. Why not? 60-40. I think that's respect to another champion. 60-40. 60, if he got 70-30, you know, I'm sure he'd take 70-30. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to get him that? Why wouldn't you want him to get 60-40? Well, I mean, could he demand 60-40? That's probably the most he could demand. That's the most he could ask for, probably. But, you know, I'm just speaking positively for the guy. I want to see him earn a living, get a good paycheck for what he does. Yeah, 70-30, Bumpy Thompson probably seems the most fair. 70-30. Yeah, 70-30 probably seems the most fair. 60-40 unlikely. I don't know. Errol said he was willing to give Terrence Crawford 60-40. You know? But, you know, I know what the deal really is. I'm not really tripping. I'm just being positive. I'm just trying to be positive. 30% would far exceed his actual highest contract fight, but we shall see what he will accept. Yeah, I agree with that. He hasn't had one pay-per-view yet, and he's coming off 2 bad performances. I hope he can get 40%, but he might get off for 15. I mean, hey, he could. Timothy Stoudemire, he could. He could get clipped like that. He could get clipped like that. He could definitely get clipped like that. I just want to see the fight, man. But really, the Lomachenko fight is the one that's going to take place more than likely. Traveris Thomas said, Fanon, did you see Cameron and May's podcast? They went in on Shakur, but they were telling the truth, though. Check it out. Yeah, I've seen it. I listened to it. I listened to it. Yeah, he definitely took a lot of heat. Those guys definitely clowned him. Yeah, people sent me they sent it to me, and I watched it. You know, it's not smart to go back and forth with guys with a big platform like that, who make a living talking bad about people. Like, as far as being able to Jones on people, you know. Joe A said Loma is a great warm up for Shakur. Tank's matchmaking is elite. Martin Loma and Shakur are all southpaws. And he had a southpaw the fight before last too. He had a southpaw for Gervonta had a southpaw against Hector Garcia. So two of his last 3 fights have been against southpaws. This will be his third. 3 out of his last 4 fights being southpaw if he fights Lomachenko. So yeah, he's been in the ring a good amount with southpaws. So that's a good look. That's definitely a good look for him. What's going on, Nakeem Idris? What's going on? But look, man, I'm gonna bounce up out of here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Appreciate you guys chopping it up with me. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about some good things that do not include. Fanon, if you haven't seen a man, these pro box fights are good. I slept on at first. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check them out. That's a good recommendation. I'll take you up on that recommendation. Watch them and watch the pro box fights. You know. But anyway, with that, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Deuces.